An awkward floating kick to Van der Hoos, start on the back line. What a catch! Oh, Alan Bourne, reach your heart out.
It really was the best of Van der Hoos.
Then they will give him a pat on the back. Walsh in the ruck now against Manson. Walsh is winning at that position, and Harvey's come to life in this third term. We need to. Salmon again. His opponent is McEwen. He's out with dash. Looks brilliant into an open goal. Oh, great! What a player!
He kicked forward.
Shaw who's very damaged.
Champion ruckman in the final series. Neville Shaw to Tony Shaw. The quick shot, the first well, a long way. And now the high fly, and also Spencer. Loose ball picked up by Hawker. The lane gets under it. Good mark on the lane.
That's a great mark.
It's a top mark. That's the mark of the match so far. Yes.
I think he was pretty cool.
McEwen now moved to look after the brilliance of Salmon as Richardson boots the ball high to the middle. Oh, that was Mark Thompson. Now what a ripper. We've had some great marks. Malone took a beauty a short time ago. Barnes with it. Thompson with one. Look at the kick. Lowe was fired out of a cannon.
Days we have to face facts and understand that Essendon are going to do that to a few other sides.
Now appears to be having a run on the ball. Cox, a good-looking kick down in the direction of Peter Moore. Down it comes to the player there in Reynolds, in the direction of Ted Fitch, and what a great mark by Fitch.
It was the endeavour that showed how they played all day. He would not stop tackling.
Johnson well done. Opportunity now for Thornton. Well played, Roberts. Caught. Johnson again. Wilson downfield, and it goes out wide. It's picked up nicely by Fitch.
In the second quarter, Moore with great speed is now at half forward, and a big kick by Moore. It looks like it's nearly gone through for a goal. A great effort by Peter Moore.
And almost got them back in the match. This is one of the few times he got alone and unattended when he kicked it.
Recruits made their debuts with their new clubs. Peter McCormack and Michael Roberts transferring from Collingwood and St Kilda respectively to join Richmond, while Stephen Stretch from West Torrens pulled on the Melbourne jumper for
4 degrees Celsius as we go into the final term on Sevens Big League with only 3 points between the teams. Melbourne 14-16, 100 points. Richmond 14-13, 97. All the action being brought to you from the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
There's the bounce of the ball now. Who'll take it away? Or Neary caught one right across the face too. Play on, said the umpire. Zantuck came on at the beginning of the third quarter and has done particularly well, as he always does, Shane Zantuck. I was very surprised that he didn't actually start on the ground. But this has been a seesaw game right from the beginning, but no one knows which way it's going to go. It looks like a bit of cramp there by one of the Melbourne players. As we see the ball thumped away, it's grabbed by Anir. He can't get out of the pack. And full marks for every one of those players out in the ground today. It actually got to 36 degrees Celsius at one stage. And the players have fought tooth and nail right from the beginning of this game. And not one player has stopped for one moment.
At the end of the first term, Richmond led by 9 points. At half-time, Melbourne led by 15 points. But Richmond kicked 6 straight goals in the third term to Melbourne's 3 goals, 6. And Melbourne had their lead whittled down to only 3 points, which they still have. That's not much, I know, but by gee, 3 points out there today would be a hell of a lead from my book. The ball thumped to the boundary line, and it's going to be a throw-in on nearly on centre wing in front of the members' stand. You can see the shadow of the members' stand there on the ground. Another player leaving the field. We haven't seen many cramps, so these players must be fairly fit, Pete, to withstand the pressure of the day.
They're very fit these days. There's Michael Roberts, who's played a very good game in his first game for the Tigers. On the left foot, up towards full forward. There's a bit of pace by Landy. He tries to hook it back into play, but unfortunately for the Richmond side, he puts it out of bounds on the full. That was Brett Bailey, who came off the ground. He's a good, hard, tough player. Full marks to Danny Hughes today, too. Has taken on Mark Lee. He and Peter Moore in tandem, but Hughes, there's a loose man as we see the ball kicked across from Batterston. A sitter dropped by Joe Regolo. He's had a great duel down there with Michael Roach. Roach has kicked 3 goals, but Regolo has done pretty well. There's a hand pass coming out there to Strawn. Greg Strawn hooks it back towards half forward. The mark has been taken by Stephen James. He swings onto the left foot. A long driving high drop punt. And was it touched? I don't think so. I think the Tigers have hit the front. They have. And Richmond move on to 15 goals, 13, 103, leading Melbourne 14-16, 100.
Well, that was all set up for Melbourne to take that ball away from the full-back position, but Regolo dropped the easy mark that he went for a left foot pass along the ground. I suppose he went for it along the ground, but it was a very well-delivered kick, and then Richmond gained possession, got it down to James, and he thumped it through for a goal. But Melbourne should have had that ball up in their half-forward zone in the matter of seconds, but they messed it up.
Well, it's 2 goals now to Stephen James. He's done some nice things down on the forward line. Pickering was their best forward. He kicked 3 goals early and then went off with a very severe hip injury. Now, here's Newport. Melbourne badly need to reply. They don't want to let Richmond get a bit of a run on. Here's Neil Peart, who's played particularly well at centre-half back today. He and Francis have been outstanding for Richmond as he brings it wide. Who's there for Richmond? It's Strawn. And what's Greg Straudo? Don't tell me he's kept it in play. No, said the boundary umpire. But one man would be happy to see Richmond hit the front, Jack, I'm sure, is the old Richmond stalwart Charlie Callender, who is just recovering from an operation in hospital. And if you're watching the replay, Charlie, all the best to you. And let's hope for your sake the Tigers can get up.
Yeah, Charlie will be barracking for the Tigers, all right, because he was asking a few questions this morning. Here's one of your new boys, Charlie Lockman, picking up. Can't do much with it. He regains it, though. Got a little hand pass away, and the umpire said a free kick will go to Lockman for a trip. Didn't quite see it myself, but Michael Lockman has the ball for Richmond.
Over to Anir. Michael Lockman, of course, an ex-under-19 player and has played a season in South Australia. As Anir brings it across the ground, he's been an excellent player too. Now, who's this with the ball now? Trevor Poole, one of the blondes for Richmond, getting it towards Peter McCormack, who's had his work cut out today playing on young Michael Reynolds, who hasn't capitalised on a number of opportunities. Oh, gee, the players both looked at each other there as we see Peter Moore with a hand pass to Johnson, who's carrying a bit of a groin injury after dominating the first half. Up they go. There's a mark. Yes, a good mark. Oh, don't give it away now, young fella. That player there is Stephen Turner, the ex-West Australian player. He's kicked one with a lovely goal early in the game. That was a good mark, Jack.
Yes, that one he kicked was about twice the distance he is now from goal, so we know that he can make the distance. He kicks the ball a long way. What he has to do now is get his whole act together, because Melbourne are trailing Richmond by 3 points. We're only 4.5 minutes into the final term. Stephen Turner, with 1 goal to his credit, desperately needs this for Melbourne's sake. Puts it up. The umpire has a good look at it. It's a goal. Melbourne are back in front of the MCG on 7's big lead.
15-16, 106 Melbourne to Richmond, 15-13, 103. And there he is, Steve Turner. He'd be delighted to have kicked 2 goals in his initial league game. And, well, it's been an amazing game today, because at various stages you would have thought one of the sides was going to run away with it, but the other side's fought back. Now it's Melbourne's turn, when Richmond were looking good, for Melbourne to fight back. So Peter Moore, a big responsibility on him, gets it to Johnson, who's been a good player. We must mention also that Flower has gone off the ground for Melbourne. Now here is Landy swinging onto the left foot, the little short chip. He's looking for Roach. Roach under pressure. Well played, Joe Regalo. That's good fullback play. Roach caught again. Beautiful football by the young fullback, Joe Regalo. And I think he's certainly got a lot of promise. Now the umpire's saying that the player made no... Oh, that's a shocking decision. That guy had... All players had pounced on the ball. He had no chance of trying to get that out of the pack, as we see. Well, I don't know, Jack. At this stage of the game, I would have bounced that one up. There's the kick from it here, up towards full forward. There's Regalo again doing some great work. Oh, the bounce favours number 37, is young Ron Thornton, who's kicked 3 great goals today for Richmond. He came across from Brunswick. There's the bounce coming out to Egan. There's Philip Egan. A little stab pass. It's a good one, and he finds Michael Roach 35 metres out from goal, directly in front. And young Joe Regalo had no hope whatsoever of stopping that one.
No, he was behind Roach on that occasion by about 5 metres, expecting a longer kick. But Roach, with 3 goals to his credit, will have this shot from about, I suppose, 35 to 40 out. We know he can make the distance. Head over the ball. You'll see him come in. There'll be concentration. The ball will go to the foot properly. You can bet on that one. There it goes now, off the boot. Well, it's a goal. Kicked by Roach. Richmond back in front on 7's big lead. 3 points the difference.
Well, you can't give Michael Roach too many opportunities. Regalo, in my book, has played a tremendous game down there at fullback today. But, of course, Roach is a champion player, and he doesn't need many opportunities. He's kicked 4. The difference now is 3 points in favour of the Tigers. Now, which way will it go? Can Melbourne fight back? Because that's the way it's been right throughout the game.
Peter, 29 shots by Richmond, 31 shots by Melbourne. Melbourne trailing by 3 points. So the story's on the scoreboard. The accuracy is what's making all the difference at this stage of the game. It's been thumped out of the pack and hurriedly booted up by Hughes, got the boot to it. Tapped down. A chance here for Melbourne if they can break through. Johnson with the ball in front of him. Could have been a trip. The umpire said it is a trip. So he will take this free kick on the half-forward flank. They'll need a rover up there because Reynolds has been contesting everything and the ball's been coming to ground. So Melbourne will need a rover around the packs as the players fly high. No mark is called. And the umpire said a bounce.
I think that was young Steve Turner who flew for that one over the back of the pack. He very, very nearly, there he is getting up now. He very, very nearly took that one. And he's got a great pair of hands. Probably lacks a yard in pace, but he's done some very promising things today. We're in that forward pocket.
Melbourne must keep the ball on their forward line till they score a goal. No, France is going to change that. He kicks it in. Here's a chance. Oh, what an opportunity there. It could have been a free kick to Newport. It has been paid.
Yes, Steve Newport put his body in and received the benefit of the free kick. He's certainly within kicking distance. He's only 35 to 40 metres out directly in front. And Melbourne need this one.
Pete, even though we say only 35 to 40 metres out, at this stage of the game, those fellas are going to be very, very tight.
I feel like lead weights, though, with their legs today.
So a 35 to 40 metre kick now is would be about a 60-metre kick under normal circumstances.
I agree, Jack. 3 points the difference in favour of Richmond. Can Steve Newport put Melbourne in front by 3 points? The funny-looking kick. It's a shocker. As Jack predicted, your legs on a hot day like this at the end of the game must feel very, very heavy as we see the scoreboard show. What is it? 2 points the difference in favour of Richmond.
This should never be allowed to happen. McCormick went for short pass to Anea there and luckily enough, they had to bring it back. Lucky enough from Melbourne's point of view because Anea had broken away. Good mark. Good mark. That was a great mark. He was being held by one arm out there, was Neil Peart, and he took the mark one-handed. So very well done indeed. Now he hand pass into Michael Roberts, who has his hand bandaged up. I notice his left or his right wrist. The ball up to here's a chance for Richmond. It's Waitman. He's gone for Roach and he's found it. Good play by Waitman. Had a very disappointing first half.
Landy, magnificent play by Landy.
It was
Jack.
Good play by Landy also to get the ball out to Waitman.
Top play.
But then I think Regolo might have been expecting Waitman to have a shot for goal, but he shot it straight to Roach, who was leading out in front of Regolo. And from the shadows of the light standard now, we'll see Roach attempt to kick his 5th goal. Roach on its way. Oh, it's drifted a bit. It's a goal. Roach has kicked his 5th goal. Richmond in front now to the tune of 8 points over Melbourne.
Yes, and full marks there to tremendous team play by Graham Landy, who didn't attempt to take the mark. He knew Waitman was waiting over the back. Tremendous roving by Waitman too. Knocked it over the back. An unselfish play as usual by Waitman as he fed Michael Roach. And as I said, Regolo's done a good job, and yet Michael Roach has kicked 5 goals. Now it's a test for the young Melbourne side to see if they can fight back, because they're now 8 points behind, and they haven't been in that position much today.
There's plenty of time now. There's only 10.5 minutes gone in the final term. Here's a chance now, yes, for Fidge to kick a goal from only about 40 metres out. He stands his ground too to make sure that the player doesn't crib over the mark. And Ted Fidge missed a very easy goal in the 3rd term, Pete, from only about 20 metres out.
At a vital time too.
Yes, it was a vital time, but this time he's twice that distance out, so he'll be having, I won't say having doubts about his own ability, but he won't be chock full of confidence in what he's doing.
Sometimes these longer shots can be a bit easier because you relax more.
He's going for his 3rd goal, and I think he has it. Yes, Ted Fidge kicks his 3rd goal.
Sides, it's been nip and tuck all day. Both sides really giving everything. They both desperately want to win this first match of the season, and I've got no idea which way it's going to go, and I've said that right from the beginning of the game. There's Lee knocking it out. Danny Hughes has been a terrific team player today with his strengths, shepherding, bullocking, tough work, and there he goes again.
And I think at the back. Yes, that's a straight. Oh, that's the wrong way.
I think there was shepherding, Jack.
He had the hand around his shoulder. Right. Yes, it was. I thought he played that the wrong way, but Richmond do have the ball. They've kicked into the centre of the ground. Could have been a free kick there, not paid. Where Richmond now through Egan will come forward. They'll be looking for Roach, and there he is. Roach! Could have been 15 metres there too, but the umpire may not pay that.
No way.
It could have been, I said, but I don't know whether he was pushed or whether he just stumbled after taking the mark.
If I paid that for 15, I'd give up the game, because that kid down there at full-back, Regolo, was
he did
trying
push him
his
flat
heart
in the middle of the back after he'd taken the mark.
I think as he was taking it, Jack.
Right, Pete, we won't go into that. Roach going for his 6th goal. Can he increase Richmond's lead, which is now only 2 points over Melbourne?
He's a
Time
great
clock.
kick.
I know he's a great kick. He's kicked 5. Make that 6. So now hit the post. That's his 3rd poster.
Oh.
He's hit the post on 3 occasions today and kicked 5 goals. So he's having a good day in one way, but not in all ways.
Well, for the good of the game, that's probably a good thing he missed, because we're going to see a tremendous finish, I think, here. There's Danny Hughes, has been covering more ground than the early settlers today. A big fly over the back as Regalo. He's battling his heart out. It could have been a free kick to Richmond.
Yes,
in the back. Yes, it was. And who is it? Egan, I think it is. Philip Egan. Oh, gee, Melbourne don't want to let Richmond get the next one. There's the kick. He's looking down there towards James. He has it fisted away. There's Hughes. He'll go in. Oh, gee, he goes in hard as usual.
Free kick.
Oh, boy.
He's got his paid a free kick. He said he was being held, but not in possession. There's a Richmond player down out there too. I can't quite pick up who he is in the hands of the trainers, just left of that shot we have now. But he seems to be all right. Now Richmond coming forward. Melbourne cannot afford to let them kick a goal. They must get that ball away at all costs. Moore there in front, can't take the mark. There were 3 Melbourne players who could have picked that up. Zantuck sockers off the ground. And there was a free kick prior to that, and it's going Richmond's way by the look of it. So there was 1 Richmond player to 3 Melbourne players, and he's emerged with the ball and a shot for goal.
I think it's Graham Landy.
It is.
Well, that's a shame for Melbourne to... well, obviously the free kick was there, but it's a shame at this stage of the game, because it's so close. 3 points the difference. Let's hope it doesn't knock the stuffing out of Melbourne. Let's see if they're good enough to fight back, as we see Graham Landy right in front of goal on that left foot of his. And I think he's put it through. He has. So the difference now is 9 points in favour of the Tigers.
Yes, a good goal kick by Landy on that occasion. It makes his 2nd goal in my calculations. And Graham Landy kicking that shot from off the... well, an angle shot anyhow, not off the boundary line, but a very, very vital goal, because that makes Melbourne's task that much harder. They have to muster all their strength, courage and talent to try and take this game away from Richmond. They're trailing now by 9 points, and we're nearly 15 minutes into the final term. You're on Sevens Big League, all the action from the Melbourne cricket ground. Hooked out beautifully to Waitman by Lee. He gets it down toward the half-forward zone, and it looks like Richmond could run away here. The hand pass comes back out from Landy. It's shot into the forward pocket.
Yes, Johnny Anir overruns the ball. In goes Nigel Cole. Hand passes it back. He gets it out wide. Here's the kick coming right out towards the half-forward line. Up they go. Oh, Turner couldn't take the mark. It was a good attempt. Oh, cleverly done. Beautiful play by Thornton. This kid can play football as he brings it towards half-forward. James is there. Doesn't get the bounce of it. Regalo overruns it. In they go again. Who's this? I think it was Burke. Gets it across to Cole. Cole up towards the centre of the ground. And that'll be 15 metres against Batterston. Bad play. Eustace with the ball. Mark Eustace, the ex-Essendon player. Let's see what he can do with this one. He's going for the long kick. He'll probably look for Michael Roach. Roach at the back's got his name written all over this. Up he goes. Yes. Oh, boy. I think that football, instead of T.W. Sherrin, had M. Roach written all over that one.
Yes, he had the set. He was a great overhead mark, though, isn't he? He's a great mark, Roach. And from around about a position of 15 metres out from goal, you wouldn't want to bet against him. He's kicked 5 goals. He's hit the post 3 times. And I would say this would be goal number 6 coming up off the boot of Michael Roach. Goal number 6 for Roach on Sevens Big League. Richmond go ahead of Melbourne to the tune of another 6 points.
Well, I think some of the Melbourne players, and understandably so, Jack, look very, very tired, as of course Richmond. They've got to suffer the same conditions, of course, but some of those Richmond players are really running full steam at the moment. A few of the Melbourne players seem to have tired, and they're not chasing their men as hard. And I think that a bit of the stuffing has been knocked out of them.
Yes, well, we did say, even before the game started, you and I were talking, and I said the fittest team would win. Now, to have a team this fit at this stage of the game is quite remarkable, because the temperature is still on 35 degrees. So what to be down there on the playing area, I don't know, but it'll be pretty hot, I'll tell you. Now, the ball's forced out of the pack, picked up by Strawn, and kicked in toward the forward pocket, half-forward flank area. A bad bounce for Anir. Melbourne a chance to come forward.
Yes, this is Burke coming away with the football. He goes for the short pass up to Teddy Finch. Well, they've got time, Jack, to come back if they're good enough. Let's see if they can do it, as we see the long kick coming up towards the forward pocket. Not a well-directed kick. Johnson's definitely carrying a groin as he gets it across towards his teammate Gary Lyon. I think he's put it through. He has. It's a goal to Melbourne, so maybe they can come back.
Sevens big league. All the action from the MCG. Been thumped out by Turner and thumped on again. The legs are getting tired. Here comes Wilson. In goes Peart. Peart being held by Wilson. It wasn't very smart. It wasn't very smart at all.
No, he didn't really take the ball, Peart, did he?
No, he's being held. He didn't even get near it. Up toward the wing position. Grinder can't get hold of it yet. He's going back after it now. Little bit of a tackle. Here's a chance for Newport. Newport swings around. Can he find a teammate? Not as yet, he can't. Yes, he's Turner. Now let's see if he can kick. He gets one down towards Reynolds. What a great mark! What a great mark! He plays on to Wilson. Wilson goes into the open goal! Melbourne are coming back. My word, Sevens big league brings you all the action.
What a tremendous performance that was. A lucky bounce back around the centre of the ground. Favoured Steve Turner. He did a wobbly old kick. Tremendous full forward play by Reynolds. Unbelievable play. Played in front. He had 2 to beat. He dived, took the mark. He could have kicked it himself. He unselfishly gave the hand pass across to Brian Wilson, who was almost caught. Ran into the open goal, and now they're back in business. The difference is 3 points in favour of the Tigers.
Well, can they win it now? I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Big Turner goes in, beaten in the ruck. It's hooked out by Roberts. Didn't quite get a clean kick at it. Newport taps it back, comes back to Roberts, picked up by Lee. It goes out towards Burke. Burke with the ball in front of him. I said before, the legs are getting tired. Maybe he can find a little bit of pace here. Burke spins around. He's looking for a teammate. He goes for Zantuck, but there's 2 of them there. Zantuck, don't make any mistakes now. There was Zantuck and Fidge. He's still on half back. He's got leg. It's a free trip to free kick to Zantuck, but he's still on the half-back line. Melbourne need 3 points to level. They're trailing Richmond by 3 points. 20 minutes gone of the final term at the MCG. Zantuck drives up. There's a chance now for Grinter to take the mark. Did he hold it? I don't know whether he did or not.
I think you'd have to pay.
But he's been paid the mark. Now who can he find? Who can he find, Pete? Can he find Reynolds? Oh, the kick is short. Reynolds is out in front. Can he take it? It's on the turf. He can't hold it. Francis is in there, about to be tackled. Gets the kick moving up towards Roberts. Up goes Grinter. Can't take the mark. Play on's a call. The ball's on the turf. It's a chance for Melbourne. In goes Eustace. Hooks it out, but can't really get it out of the pack. Picked up by Cole, but the umpire comes into bounce.
Don't tell me we're going to have another year like last year, Jack. We saw some ripper games this year. Well, I tell you what a tremendous start to the season this is. To have a look at this game, it's been a fantastic effort. Full marks to every one of those players out there today, giving their guts for their side, as we see Newport go in after it. Oh, he hooks it back. Which way will it bounce? Some good smothering went on there. There's Anir getting a hurry kick. Up in the air, a one-out contest. Landy was there, taken away by his teammate there in Eustace. He's got the ball. Oh boy, as players go in hard, a bit of a shove there from Landy on Teddy Fidge. The bounce will take place right on centre wing.
One silly free kick here can turn the game one way or the other. The players have to be disciplined in their actions here, because a stupid free kick or any foolish action can penalise the entire team. There's only 3 points between the teams. We're 21.5 minutes into the final term. Richmond hold the advantage of the 3 points. The ball's on centre wing, so it's in neutral territory, and Strawn keeps it in play. He's picked up here by Joe Regolo. He goes for a bounce. That's dangerous. He's got through, though. Gets a hand pass into Zantuck. Zantuck, torpedo punt up toward the half-forward zone. Up they fly. Here's a chance now. The hand pass comes out. It's a free kick Richmond's way. Holding the man.
Oh, gee, it was touch and go whether he had the ball too, but it's a free kick to Peart. Clever play by Peart as he goes wide, and he finds Michael Lockman.
The umpire's gone down with the cramp.
Oh, the umpire's down as he kicks it wide to Anir. Here's a chance for Richmond. The short pass up towards Hughes for Melbourne. Danny Hughes, what'll he do? It should go to the boundary. He does. And the ball is in the forward pocket for Richmond.
Although he goes to the boundary, it's not really in Melbourne's advantage, Peter.
No.
The umpire getting up now. He did get the cramp, but the boundary throw in here is in Richmond's favour.
I know, but he didn't have much hope. If he had to come back into play, he would have been collared by the Richmond bloke hot in his heels.
Right, but Richmond lead by 3 points. It's in their forward pocket. If they get a goal here, it's just about curtains for Melbourne. Cole tried to find it out. Now, someone kicked that. I'm not too sure who kicked it. It's going to be, I didn't think Cole had possession, but it's going to be kicked now in for Richmond. A chance for Richmond's score. He wouldn't kick a goal from there.
Well,
Peter,
he's a left footer. That's the only thing in his favour. It would take a sensational kick.
23 minutes all but gone of the final term, with Richmond leading by 3 points. James in possession for Richmond. It'll going to take a mammoth kick to get a goal from there.
There's the kick on the left foot. It's a wobbly one. Can someone take a mark? Hughes. Oh, he's Full marks to Hughes today. I reckon he's been fantastic. He's been a great team man, tough, strong, has taken on Mark Lee, and under pressure there is as cool as a cucumber. He gets it down towards the half-back line. Well done, Joe Regalo. In they go after it. Alan Johnson suffering from a bad groin injury. He gets it out towards Regalo, and the young fella on the left foot gets it down. Now it's in Melbourne's forward line on half-forward flank, Jack. Well, what a tremendous game. There's someone down. Is that Alan Johnson with the
I think it is,
cramp,
Peter.
or is it whether he's got groin's gone on him?
I think it has. He's in the wars out there. He's not giving up. He's going up toward the action once again. The ball about to be brought in on Melbourne's half-forward flank. It's about 70 to 80 metres, might be more. It's right over on the practice wicket area of the Melbourne cricket ground. They have to gain all that ground, then get a goal to take the game out. Egan's shame. Free kick, or did he? No, the umpire said a free kick to Egan. Egan now gets a hand pass into Ania. Ania's going to keep possession as much as he can, but the umpires recalled the ball, and it must go back to where Egan was awarded the free kick. With 24 minutes now gone, the final term at the MCG. Richmond leading Melbourne by a slender 3-point margin. The ball on the outer wing position now. As in comes Big Moore to try and put the ball to ground. Looking for a free kick. Was Thornton. Moore caught in possession, got a hand pass away. Here's Johnson. I told you he wouldn't give up. Johnson with the ball for Melbourne, balks around the opposition. He gets it now and drives into the half-forward zone. A Melbourne marker at goal can take the game out. There's the kick toward goal. It's run across the face of goal. It's in Melbourne's forward pocket on the members' side, and the ball out of bounds.
Oh, gee, a hand pass wouldn't have gone astray. I know the pressure's on, but they had two loose men waiting for that hand pass. It didn't come. It's in that forward pocket area. Can the Demons get up?
We're 7 seconds away from time on.
Well, there's Cox trying to get his boot the ball. Was it holding the ball? No, said the umpire, as players dive on top of it. This is only 20 metres, I should say, outside the Melbourne goal.
Time clock showing 25 minutes and 10 seconds gone. We're in 10 seconds into the final term time on period. And as the shadows lengthen over the MCG, all the action in Melbourne's forward pocket. 3 points between the teams. Richmond lead by that slender margin. Regalo takes the mark. He's right out though on the point of the centre square. I don't think he can kick that distance. Up it goes into the square. A big mark or a little rover will do the trick here for Melbourne. The ball on the turf. Richmond fight back though. It's a chance now for Waitman. Got it out of the pack. It's been taken away and Lockman gets it out. Gives it over to Strawn. Strawn fairly cool in the situation that's out there. Gets around on the left foot. Swings it back in toward the centre wing position where it's been taken here beautifully too. And a hand pass comes out by Burke. He tapping it down there was Fidge, who was being held, and Fidge will take the free kick.
Oh, gee, and his teammate who he tried to knock it onto had been dispossessed behind the play, so that was lucks of fortune for Melbourne as we see Fidge with a high one. Can someone take the big mark? It's thumped away. In they go. Stretch. It's Alan Johnson. He's picked it up out of the pack. He kicks long. He's missed. 1 point. So the difference now, Jack, is 2 points.
Only 2 points.
In favour of Richmond.
And the time clock, nearly 26 and a half minutes into the final term. Richmond lead by 2 points at the MCG over Melbourne. 128 to 126. The time ticking away. Melbourne desperately wanting a goal. Players wait down. They nearly spoil each other there. Cox and Moore. Now Moore's a bit slow to move it forward. If Reynolds can take the mark in the square, he could just about kick it, but they're hard to take up there. Good mark under extreme pressure to Peter McCormack.
Oh, great mark by Peter McCormack, the ex-Magpie. That was, as Jack said, under great pressure. He kicks it wide. Stretches there for Melbourne. No mark. Is this Johnson again? A hand pass over the top to Batterston. He goes for the short one. Yes! The mark has been taken by Teddy Fidge. 40 metres out the goal. The pressure's on young Teddy Fidge.
And the pressure was on Teddy Fidge just before three-quarter time when he missed one only half this distance. So Ted Fidge has the pressure.
How would you like to have this kick, Jack?
Oh, well, in a sense, if I kicked it, Peter, it'd be great. But if I missed it, I wouldn't feel too
2 points the difference. A chance to either be 4 points in front.
He's going for his fourth goal. And what a kick it's going to take. Teddy Fidge puts it on its way. It's through! Fidge has put Melbourne in front. You'd think it was a grand final, not the opening game of season 86. That's his fourth goal. Richmond on 19-14, 128. Melbourne have just got to the front again. 19-18, 132 on Seven's big lead. Right, we've been nearly 28 minutes now into the final term. All the players out there being treated to the bottle. Johnson, after a great game, has just left the field. Magnificent effort by Alan Johnson.
A great effort.
A great performance, but the game isn't won yet.
Ah, that's for sure.
It's not won yet. Richmond have plenty of time to come back. Can they do so?
Well, here's a chance for Melbourne again. Banniston, Bailey, good play to Wilson. Wilson knocks it on. Oh, here's a chance. Gary Lyon into the open goal. He stabs. What's happened? I think he's kicked it. Yes. Oh boy, this is a magnificent performance by Melbourne. The Demons have hit back again. 20 goals, 18. 138 lead Richmond. 19-14, 128.
Well, I've seen some games of football over my years in the game, and those years extend to about 36. And I believe you me, I've seen some great games of football, and this one I'll remember because it's had everything today. The opening game of a season, under these extreme temperatures, and the players can put on a performance such as they have, they're to be admired. And believe you me, it's a great spectacle. I'm not just saying that. You have to be here to see it and believe it. Now Melbourne come again. Up to the half-forward zone. These fellas are super fit for so early in the season. It's been picked up on the half-forward zone. Lockman of Richmond takes it away. He's gone short, finds Landy. Landy plays on, he's wrong-footed. Got a hand pass into the half-forward zone. A chance for Richmond to get a goal, but can they gain possession? They're only about 50 metres out from goal. It's been taken away by Regolo. He's done a great job. He kicks to the half-forward zone. It's near the boundary line. Alan Johnson is in there. He wants to get back on the ground and get back in the action. That's what's happening now. He's going back off the interchange bench. And coming off is Gary Lyon, who's just kicked that vital goal, possibly the winning goal for Melbourne. Taken by Michael Roberts. It rebounds off the opposition. It's been hurriedly kicked by Lockman again. Down to the wing position. Gee, these players are tired, but they're fighting back. Big Joe Regolo after the ball again. Can't get rid of it, so he runs it over the boundary line like a true defender.
Well, full marks to that young kid, Regolo. Roach has finally got on top of him in this quarter. He's been moved out towards centre-half back area. He's done some great things in this final quarter, and the kid will be dog-tired. He's covered a lot of territories. We see Eustace get it down towards the forward line, but ducking back to take the mark is Bailey.
The time clock showing we're nearly 30 and a half minutes into the final term. Melbourne have a lead over Richmond of 10 points. I would suggest at this stage that would be a lead. 30 and a half. There's a save. There's a save.
You know, there aren't too many tiny little towns in the Western District of Victoria that can boast successful VFL careers.
Himself out of trouble. That's Northey again once more. You watch what I said. Turns around and lets fly, and there it is once more. A good play on Northey on a half-forward flank. Picked up here to Richardson once more. Another fine hand pass by Richardson to Northey. Northey streaming in from 45 yards out, lines it up, and it's through. Good football. Aaron Richardson's goal, I'd say. Where it drops and bounces. Here's a chance for Crow. Crow gets it to Northey. Northey snaps. Couldn't mark it. It's put down, and Barry Richardson has it out to Northey. Northey lines up from 45 yards out, and it's a goal. It's another.
Look at there, Crow moves in, but over the top comes Thompson. It's a hit down here, picked up by Northey. Northey snaps. And it's right through.
Barry Richardson has tackled right, left and centre. Oh, golly, almost got one in the back. Northey picks up. Northey places away. But a battle between these two. Here's the champion Hart across to Northey. Northey snaps.
It's through.
Richardson is waiting there, but across it goes to Barry Richardson. Over to Northey now. Northey with the left foot steadies. He shoots at the big ones. McGrath's after him. Neville Crowe went close to the boundary line. Hand pass across here. And the ball is kicked right through by Northey. With Nichols, Patterson gets a tap down. In comes Northey. Put it through. And he breaks clear. He's going for the bounce once again. He'll get caught. No, he gets his...
Spot and coming through. A chance there for Brown to mark. He drops it. It's picked up and snapped by Northey. Through. Look at this will-o'-the-wisp go. Oh, hand pass nicely to Barrett. Barrett balked. Finessed him and slammed it goal.
Oh, beautiful.
He said this will give Ronaldson a chance if he's quick enough. He gets the ball across to Northey. Northey struggling to get balance. Gets balance now. A shot for goal. It's through. Hard in there, getting rid of the ball, shooting it across to Northey. This will be dangerous for Essendon. Northey lining them up, having a shot from about 30 yards out. It's through.
Big Patterson goes back, takes it, shoots out a hand pass to Northey. Northey on his wrong foot, hooks for goal. And it's a goal. It's a goal to John Northey.
Starting to drop short, up go. Someone will get up very high there, but it's to no.
There's another goal to Northey.
There he goes. He shoots right through the centre. Mike Green. Green steadies, goes for the drop kick, up towards the centre-half forward position. John Northey. Northey playing on, running around, having the snap for goal from 40 yards out. No. Too much. He has.
Well, at a day over to Jewell. He's racing into goal, tries to give it to Northey. Northey slips. He just got his hand to it. It's over towards Ganano. Hits over the back to Northey. Northey snaps. Clay. Dick Clay shoots for goal. Oh, very handy play by Northey. Snaps at goal. Well, Perry, though, gets a whack.
The player, John Northey, 117 games at Punt Road between 1963 and 1970, playing in the two premiership sides, 67 and 69, and during that time kicking 192 goals.
Troy. David Clark, by the way, did not play for the Magpies today. Tonight, a replay begins at the 13-minute mark of the first quarter. Collingwood is leading by 10 points. With me in the commentary box.
That's the first for 1986. We certainly hope that you're enjoying this direct telecast wherever you may be throughout Australia. Through the 7 network. Knocked out by Fellows, doing a great job. Oh, Moore would run into a brick wall through Baker, but backing up well there was Rains. He's got a panic to run and he runs to the centre of the ground. Then he lets go. He can kick a football to over the half-forward line. The pack fly. They all missed that. Tapped on beautifully by Manson. Over it goes to Burgess. It's a goal. Great play on the part of Manson that time.
What was a fight on?
Box on here now.
Right in the goal square.
Well, I think they've been hanging out for quite some time. I expected this to happen long before this, Pete, on such a hot day. But they may calm down.
Manson being spoken to.
Well, he's kicked the goal. That's the time you walk away from the top. We watch that again. Rains with a long kick up there, and you watch Manson get this ball out quickly. There he goes. Taps it on nicely to Burgess. And it's a goal. Well, Collingwood now 3 goals, 1-19 to Essendon, yet to score a goal. 3 behinds on the board.
Barham, Burgess and Tony Shaw, the goal kickers for Essendon, for Collingwood. As Lou said, Essendon yet to score a goal. On 7's big league, 16 points the difference, 15 minutes gone in the first quarter. The 86 season off to a spectacular start here at Victoria Park as Merritt puts Essendon into attack down towards their right half forward flank. Oh, Salmon, great mark. Right over the top of Glowry.
Well, that kid's got to play him in front all the time, Pete. He'll have no hope playing from behind because he's such a great player to position himself.
So Salmon directly in front, and he's only about 15 metres out from goal. He's already kicked one behind.
Now you watch how long Salmon takes to kick this goal because he knows the importance of it.
I take it you're assuming he's going to put it through for a goal.
Well, I reckon he would, Pete.
I must agree with you. He shouldn't miss from there. 15 metres out. Paul Salmon, Essendon's first goal coming up at the 15 3/4 minute mark. Fine mark from Salmon. And he'll probably finish the day with about 6, but it makes the difference 10 points, 3-1 to 1-3 in the first quarter.
Well, that young kid, Glowry's got to play him in front all the time. Now, he's a new boy playing his first game, and, of course, he's giving away at least 13 centimetres, which is 5 inches. You watch this again. The kid will have no hope at the back because he just can't reach over the top of him. He's got to get it.
Madden off the ground for Essendon. I don't know whether there's an injury problem. Spencer has come on.
I think it could be because of the heat, Pete.
16.5 minutes gone, 10 points the difference in the first quarter. Williams out of the centre for Collingwood, down towards half forward, almost taken by Neville Shaw. Second chance, Granville not in possession, I would have thought. He'll take the free kick at the right half forward flank. Playing well so far too. In fact, both the Shaw brothers are. We expect that. Mullane had the sit, couldn't take it. Watson tries to spin out, gets the hand pass out. Neville Shaw almost into, or Tony Shaw it was, has left to Glenn Hawker though. Hawker's kick around the boundary line, bounces over it, and it will be a throw-in on centre wing on the outer side. Wind blowing today from the north. Probably run about the 10 or 15 knot mark, but a great day for football. Probably a better day for the beach.
A better day for the supporters rather than the players.
Yes, I think so. Fellows and Williams are the flyers for Collingwood. Nobody can gain control of that. It's out of bounds, a little bit closer to the Collingwood end. Probably about 10 or 15 metres, and that's all. Number 23 for Essendon is Spencer, who, as we mentioned, has just come on. And pushing the back.
Well, he was lucky to get that.
I'd say so. I had to look to see which way he was indicating. Tony Shaw. Manson and Vanderhaar. Hawker. Hawker's kick is a high one, not well directed. The mark taken by Sumner on centre wing. Looking for Manson. Ball past Williams, out of bounds again, right half-forward flank for Collingwood. Only 18 minutes gone in the first quarter, and it will be a boundary throw-in.
And there's 10 points the difference in favour of Collingwood, getting off to a good start in this first quarter. Ball knocked out the Neville Shore. He's been their star player. We see Donnell missed that one, a chance for Richardson. Hawker's right on his tail. He's got the job of tagging him. It'll be home the ball against him. I thought it could have gone the other way, but we always say the umpire said he didn't try to do something about it. It was a good tackle by Hawker.
Playing well too.
Ball back there to Fellows, got under that one. Picked up here now by Watterson. It goes towards the boundary line. Kicked off the ground that time by Williams, but too late. And the ball is out of bounds up towards the centre wing position on the outer side. A capacity crowd here today, round about the 30,000. As we said before, looks more like a cricket crowd rather than a football crowd. Now, not a great day to start the season off as far as the players are concerned, because they're going to sleep well tonight. They'll be very tired. Scrimmage again, and the umpire will ball it up out there on the centre wing position. Of course, Salmon has already kicked one goal, and Collingwood have got 3 goals on the board. And who are the goal kickers there, Pete?
Barham, Burgess and Tony Shaw.
And they were pretty smart goals that Collingwood kicked in the early stage of this match. Well, there's a good tackle. It'll be home the ball. That was a great tackle by the Collingwood skipper against Williams. And there's no doubt about this fellow. He certainly sets the example. He's one of the most inspirational players the Magpies have, if not the most inspirational.
3 kicks and 1 mark to Mark Williams.
Ball goes back there towards, there's a high mark taken that time. He went for a quick hand pass. That was Spencer. A bit foolish, could have gone back for the kick. Thompson gets it over now to Wood. That's Wood back now. And Timmy Watson breaking clear. He's been a bit quiet today, but that's bad hand dropped that time by Clark. In goes Phillips. He's in trouble. Down he goes. They pounce on top of him. He got one from Merritt. But the umpire said it'll be a free kick. I thought it was a fair bump by Merritt. He couldn't do anything else that time. Phillips goes wide, looking for the Collingwood captain. He's got the ball out there at half back. Still 10 points the difference in favour of Collingwood. This today the wind is pretty strong, but it blows across the ground. Ricky Barham. Mark. Great mark. There's no more brilliant player than this fellow when he's firing. There's a lead coming for Manson. He's dropped it short. Manson flies. Van der Haar, they both get under it. Backing up well is Mark Thompson down there at centre half. Back goes wide. Looking out there from Michael Thompson. Thompson does a nice little turn. Short pass. No one there. Fellows goes in, overruns the ball. It's a bit of kicking going there. Wild kickings that goes out wide. Baker goes down from one. No, McEwen goes down, I should say. Players smothering the ball there, and the umpire will ball it up out there on Essendon's half-forward line, about 50 metres out from their goal. Collingwood 3 goals, 119. To Essendon 1 goal, 39 points. Into this quarter by just on 20 minutes.
A bounce left half-forward flank for Essendon, and now it's going to be a boundary throw-in.
I think you'll find, Pete, that the wind, you can kick goals either end of this ground when the wind is strong, because it blows just about across the ground.
It is, yes, from the north this afternoon. Morwood scooped out to Phillips. Best way to describe that, I think. Over to Shaw. Back to Smith. Got one for his corner, a little bit too high, but no free kick for that. Smith again. Second chance. Phillips defending well in the first quarter. Not a good kick by the former South Australian. The opportunity for Donnell, and he makes the most of that, certainly. Gets clear of Barham. That's not easy to do. Chips it into the centre. Watson. Thompson. Watson. Watson coming into his own now. He can go long. Does so. He'll be looking for Salmon. He won't get that one. Fellows almost had the grab. Little Izzard. Snapshot for goal. I think he might have put it through. Salmon, yes, 2 goals. 15 to 19. 4 points in it. Seven's big lead from Victoria Park. 25-minute mark now of the first quarter. Collingwood's lead reduced to 2 points.
Now is Neville Shore, a hand pass to Richardson. A putt shot at goal, but he's off target, and it's out of bounds on the full. Well, some of the superstars on both sides are down a bit. Timmy Watson's had a couple of touches. Richardson's been pretty quiet. It's been the real battles that's keeping Collingwood and Essendon in the game, Pete.
Yes, Collingwood, if you can call them battles, have started off well, haven't they?
That's right. Rains comes out, a hand pass to Richardson. Merritt couldn't get clear. Phillips tries to get it over. In comes Williams, gives a hand pass over there to Walsh. The ball out wide, has a race going on now, and he's got it, Donnell. He's grabbed it, but he didn't play on. McEwen tried to bluff the umpire that time. A short pass over the half-forward line. There's the big fella flying. This time it's Merritt coming well down. Got away from Phillips. This is what you've got to put up when you've got with this Essendon side. There's so many guys on that forward line that can take a mark. And Merritt has now the chance of putting Essendon in front. He's had a couple of kicks, and as we said before, Phillips has done very well on him in this first quarter. He's had 8 possessions, Phillips. And Merritt's only about 35 metres out, if that, directly in front. Taking plenty of time to kick this one. There it is, and it's a goal, so the Bombers have hit the front. Essendon, 3 goals, 5-23 to Collingwood, 3-1-19.
Essendon hitting the front for the first time in the time-on period, some 2 minutes in. After Collingwood had kicked 2 goals earlier, before Essendon had got off the mark. Donnell, you see big Merritt come in from the side. Almost like Roach hard, that one. 4 points the difference in favour of Essendon now. 27 minutes gone in the first quarter. The reigning premiers hitting the lead for the first time in the time-on period. Williams' kick is a long one. Donnell again. Oh, almost a screamer. Izzard was there with him. Gets caught almost with the ball. Back to Donnell. Donnell's right foot. Snapshot into the goal square. Salmon and Glowry off the hands. 1 point or a free kick to Salmon it will be. Goal number 2 coming up.
I think it was, Pete.
Well, goal number 3 is kicked 2 already. It was a wrestle, certainly. Here it is again, Luke.
Well, it's quite obvious that Salmon's not trying to wrestle the full back because he wants to get away from him. The young fella, inexperienced there, just made it a little bit too obvious.
Well, I said during the commentary earlier in the quarter, Salmon would probably kick 6. He's kicked 2 already. There's a chance to make it 3. So maybe he can get double figures here today. That's his 3rd. The job. 10 points the difference. Collingwood led by a similar margin not long back. It's 3-1 to 4-5 in favour of the reigning premiers. Goal kickers for Essendon, 3 to Salmon and 1 to Merritt. And for Collingwood, Barham, Burgess and Tony Shaw. Here's that replay again. As I said, a wrestle, perhaps the best way to describe it.
Well, the young fella, even though in his endeavour, is not giving Salmon much chance to mark the ball. I know you've got to stop them, but there is an infringement there. There's no doubt about that, Pete.
He's kicked 3. Any thoughts of perhaps a move in that regard, Lou?
Well, I don't know what you do about it yet. I'll give the kid till the end of this quarter or so to settle down. It's a bit hard on him, I reckon.
The thing is, who can they put there?
Well, that's right. Phillips could go there, I suppose. And you've got Roger Merritt to contend with.
10 points the difference in favour of Essendon. 3 goals to Paul Salmon as the Bombers start to get into top gear late in the first quarter. Ball out towards Gafer. Gafer getting clear of Williams. Beautiful turn. Spins on a threepenny bit. Short passes in towards centre field. It's accepted by Rains. Caught but plays on. Rains' long kick out towards the right half forward flank. Van der Haar playing in front of Manson has taken the grab.
Van der Haar playing at full-back. Play in many positions, this guy. One of the most brilliant marks in the business. Drives it out wide. As they go now for Smith to give the hand pass over to Richardson. He could have a shot. He's got plenty of room to run here. He's going to let fly now. Let's see the result. Not a bad kick either. It's a goal.
That one.
Certainly did. So Collingwood now moving up a bit. There's nowhere to go at the moment, but they're doing okay, Essendon. Looking pretty strong. Ball hits the deck. Down goes a couple of players. Danaher there, 2 and more would staggered a bit, but the ball is out of bounds on Collingwood's half-forward line. Let's say it's about 75 metres around from their goal. And the wind, a very strong north wind blowing across the ground. It's a very hot day, around about 35 degrees. Capacity House. Watterson gets a hurried kick, and there'll be a mark taken by Burgess out there on the centre wing position. So at the 16-minute mark, the difference would be now about 24 points. And a mark taken there by Billy Pickett. He's got it.
3 grabs, but Bill's in possession.
Well, if he kicks a goal here, Billy, this could lift the entire Collingwood side.
1 grab.
Had a bit of a juggle.
3.
Good on you, Bill.
And about 35 metres out, maybe 40. Is that too long for Bill Pickett? Well, many would say yes.
As far as he can go, Pete.
I think it'd be about optimum distance for Bill. We'll soon see. Oh, sensational stuff from Billy Pickett. They'll bring the grandstand down now as Billy brings up his first goal for Collingwood in 2 years. And he's pretty happy about it too. 7 big league scoreboard, 6-2-38 Collingwood. The reigning premiers 8-8-56.
Well, if Collingwood need a lift, that's the sort of thing that will lift the team. Watch that mark again. Now, Billy did have a couple of grabs, but keeping the eye on the ball, he finally took it down. It was a brilliant goal from Billy Pickett. And that inspiring goal, if Collingwood had got any go about them, that's the one to help them a bit, Pete.
2 goals to Barham, singles to Picken, Richardson, Burgess and Tony Shaw. 38 plays 56 on 7th big league from Victoria Park. The umpire has found a free kick. It's going Collingwood's way. The advantage rule played. Rains takes advantage of it. Up towards full forward. Van der Haar tries to punch to get it away from Fellows. Not successful. Richardson tries to crash through. It's close to the boundary line. And a stalemate develops. It's going to be a bounce just inside the line. So in Collingwood's forward pocket, a chance for the Magpies to come a little bit closer under these very summery conditions at Victoria Park. That's a boundary throw-in. Well, Fellows and Merritt both missed it. It's left to Walsh, who just about threw it out. In fact, Collingwood supporters thought so. Thompson gains possession. Gets it out to Brian Wood. Wood's kick is a high one, a real rainmaker. Underneath it, Watson has it thumped away from him by Phillips. Loose ball half forward for Collingwood. Mullane and Thompson clash. That could be a free to Essendon. Yes, no. Collingwood through Mullane. He's played a ripper game today, Mullane. Picken, can he make it 2 from 20 metres out? Yes, I think he has. Oh, what a shot. 2 goals to Bill. And Collingwood fans finding voice. 7-2 to 8-8 on 7th big lead.
Great play on the part of Mullane then. And Billy Picken, the old champion, the old favourite of the Collingwood crowd, didn't let him down. You watch this over to Billy, right on the angle, a difficult shot on the wrong side of the ground for a right footer, but he put it through. A standing ovation for the old champ. They love him here.
So 2 goals to Picken. He joins Ricky Barham as the leading goal kicker in the match. He'll be proud of that because they've been mates for many years. And Collingwood back with a chance once more. 12 points the difference, 56 plays 44 in our match of the day under very hot conditions at Victoria Park.
12 points the difference. The Magpies bouncing back as we see Waterson pick it up, ready to send the Bombers back into attack to reply. Up it goes now towards Salmon. He's there. He couldn't hold that one. He ducked his head. Picked up by Sumner. Goes for a wild hand pass and the ball is out of bounds. Salmon was looking for a free kick there, but the umpire not having a bar of it. 12 points the difference, and the bloke that's revitalised Collingwood is the old champ himself, Billy Picken. And does this crowd love him down here at Victoria Park, Peter?
You know what?
Ball knocked out again. Salmon tries to get clear. Did he drop that? The umpire said no. Plenty of scrimmaging going on. Neither side giving an inch and really going in after the ball. And the umpire will ball it up about 60 metres out from the Essendon goal. They're 56 points to Collingwood 44.
And time on in the second quarter.
And it looked as though the Bombers were going to go away with this game, but Collingwood bounced back again. Knocked out by Salmon. The ball, bit of overhead work there as we see Williams trying to get it out. Hawker taps the ball in front of him, fumbles. In goes Mullane. He was grabbed, didn't have the ball. He get a free kick. He's played a fine game here today, Mullane.
At Collingwood's best, he's had 7 kicks, 2 marks and 4 handballs.
Well, he's doing well. Been a very... made one mistake, but he certainly made up for it today with brilliant play. The pack fly off the top of the pack. Van der Haar taps the ball. There's Picken again. Tries to smother it. Walsh can't pick it up. He's got it now. He's grabbed by Birds. It's a bad kick. In goes Neville Shaw. This looks dangerous. A running shot at goal up there towards Big Fellows and Van der Haar. Neither can take the mark, and it's through for 1 point. So the difference now 11 points. And the Magpies really aggressive, bouncing back. 44 plays 57. That's 13 points the difference. 13 points the difference. Man's getting excited here. Punched away from by Rains that time from Danaher. In goes little Ezard. He's grabbed, gets a hurried kick back there towards Danaher. Danaher picks it up. Goes for a long hand pass. It's a long one. Oh, good play on the part of Abernathy. Over to Williams. Tapped it away from Harvey nicely. Up it goes to centre half forward. Billy Picken dropped that one. Kicked off the ground by Tony Shaw up the Fellows. He'll turn and step for goal if he can. Now he gives the hand pass back to Neville Shaw. Overranks his fumble. The ball back towards the goal square. The pack flyer dropped mark that time by Donnell. But backing up well as Roger Merritt goes for a short pass. And it's a good one marked here by Mark Thompson.
Thompson from half-back.
Michael Thompson.
11 points the difference. Onto the centre weak position. It's left to Brian Wood. One of the most experienced campaigners at Essendon. He'll look for Salmon, of course. Salmon, got a push in the back from McEwen, but no free kick. Clark around Gafer. Short into the goal. Hawker in the forward pocket. One of the many moves that Sheedy makes. Trying to move players around, and Glenn Hawker has a chance to bring up a goal. Almost in the identical position that Tony Shaw scored the first goal of the match. Got deep pockets at Victoria Park, so a bit of daylight between the posts, and he has put it through for a goal. And that's just what Collingwood didn't need close to half-time. I don't think Glenn Hawker would score too many goals during the season. 7-3 to 8-8, 45 to 62.
And 2 after 2.
Well, short pass. Who's he got? Salmon. I don't think it was intended for. Plenty of weight being used down there. Good tackle. Result is a ball to Phillips. Out it comes to Tony Shaw, who's played a great game for Collingwood. So too has Neville. Both the Shaw brothers have done well, and this guy has done well since he came on too. Young Daniels, as Lou said, he kicked 3 goals in a night match. Here's Neville Shaw. Thompson beats him for it. Thompson's playing a great game for Essendon, and so is Donnell. Donnell, left centre wing. Short pass. The bomber machine looking good at the moment. Watson inside the square. He's gone for a pass.
Well, they're all into it down there on the pocket, Pete. It's been going on for about 2 minutes now.
A little bit of a dish up. Snapshot at goal by Wood, I think, is off target. Probably out of bounds. It is. It will be a boundary throw-in. Left forward pocket for Essendon.
Well, they've cleaned up everything down there now. They've unravelled the mess.
I heard the crowd roar, but of course, play still continued. And you can see it here. This is what was happening.
Well, it's a typical football fight, isn't it?
A little bit of pushing and shoving.
A bit of wrestling.
Nothing too serious. Now, boundary throw-in. Left forward pocket for Essendon. Nobody can get a tap out of that. Picked up by Shaw again. Does well. Tony Shaw well played over to Abernathy. Abernathy's kick is not long, but very high. Barron doesn't get a favourable bounce. It's left for Baker on the fold. He can score a goal from there. That looks pretty good, Gary Foulds. Full points to Essendon. And so a goal kicked by Gary Foulds. Essendon's 10th, 10-10 to 7-3 at Victoria Park.
Well, it's 25 points the difference now, and the Bombers looking good again, and well backed up by Foulds. Good hand pass coming over. And, of course, since coming on about halfway or 2/3 of the way through the first quarter, he hasn't put a foot wrong. Been a very valuable player over the years. He's had 7 possessions, 5 kicks and 2 hand passes. Centre bounce again. Bombers looking very strong again after Collingwood have been a very aggressive side today. They haven't been disgraced so far. 25 points the difference. Knocked out again, back there towards Morwood. Punched on again by Burgess, back towards Manson. Taps the ball on no one there for Collingwood. Picked up by Danaher playing at centre half back. A fumble by Welsh. Talker, he's played a great game too, but got the ball out. Ball tapped over by Donnell. Waterson out wide now, and there's Harvey breaking clear, getting away from range. He's got the job of finding him out there at half back. Oh, they all fly. There's a free kicks going there. I think it'll go to Western. It'll go on the head door, on the back of the neck that time to Salmon. Was there all the way against McEwen. Got a chance now for goal number 6. And he's been a real star here today. They had young Glary on him until he kicked 4 or 5 goals on the young fella. And of course, young Glary didn't come back on the ground. I think he got 4 goals on him, and 1 on McEwen came on, and he got 1 on McEwen.
He's kicked 5-3 so far, Lou, from 8 kicks and 1 hand pass.
Well, he's about, let me see, he'd be no more than about 30 metres out, directly in front. Shouldn't miss this one. There she is on its way, and that's right through the middle. So it's 31 points the difference now. 7 goals, 3:45 Collingwood to Essendon, 11 goals, 10:76.
So Paul Salmon shaping up as man of the match indeed, certainly by the statistics. And he's now kicked 6 goals, 3.
Well, both these sides would be tied because they've been pretty tiring conditions here today. The temperature around about the 33 mark.
31 points the difference on 7's big league from Victoria Park, 11-10 to 7-3.
Ball knocked out by Welsh. Harvey was going to hand pass, decides to go for the long kick, looking for Salmon against McEwen. They both missed that one, but little Ezard backing him up. Well, this could be a goal. He's going to run to an open one, and he's put it through. So it's 31 points the difference now. So they're really looking good.
Ezard's second goal.
Well, it's 37 points, I should say. It was 31 points before.
12-10-82 to 7-3-45. Ezard 2, 6 to Salmon, Folds, Merritt, Hawker and Michael Thompson, the other goal kickers for Essendon. As the reigning premiers starting to assert their superiority now at Victoria Park. Here it is in replay. Good turn of speed, this, Lou.
Very good turn of speed, Pete. He's backed up well. He was a bit quiet to start, but the little men are coming into the game now. He's had 9 kicks and about 2 or 3 hand passes.
9 kicks, 2 marks, 2 handballs for Ezard.
Centre bounce again. 37 points the difference, and the Bombers are looking like a premiership side again. Ball punched on that time by Spencer, picked up by Mullane. A hand pass coming over to Abernathy, who looks pretty tired at this stage of the match. It goes out wide and it's out of bounds on Collingwood's half-forward line. It's Collingwood, 7 goals, 345 to Essendon, 12 goals, 1082. And things are not looking too good midway through this. Shaw going off the ground. Ball out of bounds again up towards Collingwood's half-forward line. And Smith coming back on in place of Shaw. And that's Tony Shaw off the ground. That's the first time I've seen him taken off the ground for a while. Pete, he must be pretty tired.
Might be needing a rest, Lou. Gary Foles got grabbed or pushed by Daniels. Down goes Danaher. And finally picked up by Burgess, but it's out of bounds. Well out of bounds, as you can see on the fall. And it will be a kick to the Bombers in the back pocket, probably taken by Gary Foles, or it might be Thompson. It's going to be the latter. Thompson to take the free kick a little bit further upfield, I think, yes, indicates the boundary umpire. Essendon just a little bit too good at the moment after the Magpies got off to a very promising start here at Victoria Park. Is that a mark to Baker or is it out of bounds? I think it might be out of bounds, Leon. Yes, it is. Right in front of our commentary position, or below it, fairly high on the roof here at Victoria Park. A nice breeze coming through today, which is a little bit cooler in June and July, I can assure you. Picked up by Darren Williams. Williams out towards centre wing, or centre field, I should say. Mark Williams takes the mark for Collingwood. He's played well too. Kick over to, or pass over to Gaper. Van der Haar.
Played a great game.
He hasn't done anything wrong, has he?
Got off to a slow start, but after about 15 minutes of the first quarter, he hasn't, as you said, Pete, hasn't put a foot wrong. Van der Haar.
Walker fumbles there, but Essendon backing up as always on. And of course it's Watson. With those familiar runs downfield. Was he given that one to? That was pretty quick. Sleight of hand almost to Thompson. Big pack of players down there. Phillips is in the middle of that for the Magpies. It's going to be a stalemate, and the bounce will take place about 10 metres out from goal, with the scoreboard showing Essendon 12-10 to Collingwood 7-3. Manson and Salmon. Richardson, right back pocket, into the defensive side of the ground. It bounces just inside Mullane and Williams. Donnell and Mullane.
Donnell's played a fair game too, Pete.
He has.
With a very handy player.
Yes, handy is a word that you could probably use for just about every Essendon player so far. They're very versatile, and Sheedy, of course, not frightened to swing them around, defence or attack. And Donnell's played in both sides, both parts of the ground today. Out of bounds in front of Phillips. Boundary throw in. Left half forward flank for Essendon. Merritt and Manson. Won by Manson onto Baker. Baker too high. No. Out of bounds once more before Mark Williams could do much about it. And another boundary throw in will take place. 13 3/4 minutes gone in the third quarter. Manson this time with Spencer. And Manson doing well. He and Favos have done exceptionally well in the ruck so far during the day. Baker's kick is smothered. He might get an opportunity. No, again, it's coming out to Williams. Darren Williams' kick is a high one. Harvey underneath it. Gets it off the top. Sumner. Gets it back again from Abernathy. Long kick this time. Down towards half forward. No one there for Collingwood. Van der Haar. Oh, Barham makes the most of a mistake that he made. I think he might have put it through. Yes, he has. And Barham putting through his third goal. And Paul Van der Haar, who has hardly done anything wrong, as we mentioned today, makes a mistake. He doesn't look happy about it. Barham made the most of it. 12-10 to 8-3.
Well, always the opportunist, Barham. You'll see this. Van der Haar should have marked this. And as Pete said, his first mistake for the day. Dropped an easy one and backing up beautifully. And he made sure of the kick too. He dribbled along the ground. Didn't take any chances for a goal.
3 goals to Ricky Barham, a badly needed one certainly for Collingwood. Back into the centre, it's 82 plays 51 on Sevens Big League as we approach the 15-minute mark, third term.
Alex Walsh breaking clear, not much attention paid to him there. Punched out by Phillips down there at fullback. Does it go now for Sumner to pick it up down there? McEwen, it is down there in the back pocket. He's gone for a hand pass over to Gafer. He got one a bit high. Did he get a free kick? The umpire said no, and the ball will be out of bounds. He's going to pay that free kick. I thought so. Gafer got it very high.
Phillips and Salmon having a little bit of a dish up behind play.
I like this fella's style. He has a bit of a go too, Gafer. The ball kicked up there towards the wing position. No one can hold the mark. Fellows dropped that. Picked up by Williams. He's really come into the game since quarter time. Goes for a long kick over the centre half forward position. Salmon! He's got it. He had to sit that time all the way, Salmon. Phillips complaining, but he grabbed the mark. Let's watch that again. You can see him coming from well back. And he's grabbed it on the second go. So he's got a chance to kick goal number 7 from about 45 metres out. And of course, this will put the Bombers back 37 points in front again. This fella, no doubt, well, he could break the league record for goal, but he's up target that time. Oh, there's a mark taken down there by Ezra. He's called play on. They've all stood there watching him. He's put it through for a goal. Well, they went to sleep then. You've got to pick up your players, and the difference now, 37 points in favour of Essendon. 13-10-88. The Collingwood 8 goals, 351.
The 1986 Victoria this afternoon, and tonight we begin our replay with some highlights of the first 2 quarters.
Flanagan, no clear tap. It's taken by Barwick, smothered by Morgan. Comes back. Mitchell takes it away. Gets the hand pass to Christensen. Well tackled. Picked up now by Cooper. Cooper's kick up towards half forward. Osborne up high. Couldn't take the mark. Well picked up by Lyon. Across to Turner. Turner looking for Quinlan. It's Quinlan and Cleve. Quinlan taps the ball on. Excellent play as Harris comes in. Kicks off the ground by Osborne. Quinlan's there. Into the open goal and his second goal on the board. Excellent team play by Fitzroy as Quinlan tapped it on. Harris came in. Missed it. It was kicked off the ground by Osborne. Possibly out of the hands of Cleve. But there was nothing dangerous in it and a great goal to Quinlan.
Won by Flanagan. Mighty thump down towards the half-forward line, but picked up by Paul Roos. A hurried kick back towards the centre, taken by Scratcher Neal. Called to play on. Across to Flanagan. Flanagan in turn to Mitchell. Mitchell long towards Jackson. Now what can he do? He's got it. Strong now. .25 metres out, almost directly in front. Jackson's first kick for the 86 season is exactly what he wants, and Geelong post their first. 1-1, trailing Fitzroy 3-3 on 7's big lead.
Not on camera, but the windsock directly opposite is not doing anything at all, but I think it's caught around the around the pole, so that might not be a guide. McIver, the hand pass to Turner. Turner almost threw it on to Harris. Chance of a score coming up, but Harris goes for the short pass instead. Lyon takes it, runs into the open goal, and there's the 4th one for Fitzroy. 4-7, 31 with Geelong on 1-3-9. Geelong allowed to play on. The ball drops short. Flanagan takes it. He'll play on. Shows a good turn of speed for a big fella. The hand pass through towards Schultz. He spills it. It recovers. Gets the hand pass out to Morgan from the centre of the ground. Morgan, a poor kick. Reeves taps it away from Jackson, who recovers, kicks it off the ground. It's bouncing towards goal, but Thornton of Fitzroy will be there first, and he carries it through for 1 rush point to Geelong. But that point to Geelong takes them to 1 goal for 10 points, with Fitzroy on 4-7-31. 21 points the margin in favour of Fitzroy, almost into the time-on period.
Thornton's kick back into play. And Fitzroy out of trouble once again. Through Reeves, up towards centre wing. Oh, Osborne's got the chance at the back. He can bounce his way across the half-forward line with 2, draw the player and shoot towards goal. Low trajectory kick. Looks pretty good, and he's goal. Plays on quickly. From Roos to the half-forward line. McIver, a bad bounce. Pert tries to tap it over the back towards Osborne. Clever play. Here's a chance now for the runners. Fitzroy into attack again. Ross Lyons already kicked 1, goes short, looking for Quinlan. Buffeted out of it. At the back is Laurie. Got rid of it like a hot potato. Bernie Harris picks it up into the open goal and pops through another.
I think Geelong fans will be very happy to hear this siren. 30 minutes have gone. Williamson must get the free kick, but he won't bother to have it from there. He's on centre wing, and the siren sounds for quarter time. It's Fitzroy, 6 goals, 7, 43, with Geelong on 1-4-10. The bounce 35 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. No clear tap. Comes back to Flanagan. The hand pass not taken by Buse. Barwick short kick picked up by McIver. Snap towards goal from McIver's full points. Excellent play by the ex-Banana lander.
Terry Bright at half-back. Christensen Still on the half-back. He was off, and then he turned round and he had a look, and he ran straight into Michael Gale. Doesn't matter because Fitzroy are into attack once again. Laurie just gets rid of it in time to Harris. Harris up towards Osborne, takes the mark at half forward.
Pick this, Sandy.
Well, they're moving the ball about tremendously quickly.
Their handball under pressure has been excellent.
Yep. If he does kick this, then I will agree, yes, Geelong are in real strife.
They're in
drop
strife,
punt on its way. Summed up by Robert Skilton. They're in strife, Geelong, as Fitzroy moved to 8-7, leading Geelong 1-4 on Sevens, big league. An opportunity for Gale. Tried to tap it forward, lost it, but he's still in pursuit. Now Christensen receives the hand pass, goes short up towards the half-forward line. Fitzroy defence has been tight as a drum. Coates overruns it. And, in fact, has given away the free kick. Drum across to Christensen. Christensen short to Jacko.
Jackson so far has kicked Geelong's 1 goal. So can he give them the goal they desperately need? Kick from Jackson.
Yes.
Full points from Mark Jackson. So 2 goals to Jackson and Geelong. 2 goals, 5, 11 points with Fitzroy on 8-7-55.
Tilly again. Cooper, who's in trouble, there's no doubt about that, with a thigh or hip problem. Barwick's got explosive pace, uses it to half forward. Will Quinlan fly from behind again? He does, but can't take the mark on this occasion. Oh, Harris is there to receive the handball, steadies, fires at goal and pops it through. Number 10 goes on the board for the Lions, and that's Harris's second. Williamson does the ruck work this time for Fitzroy.
Turner will get the free kick.
So an excellent chance of posting goal number 11 for the Lions.
He's made it pretty hard for Scratch O'Neill today, Sandy.
My word, he has. Yep. Made it very difficult. In fact, how many kicks has Neil had? 5 for the day. So Scratch has found them hard to come by. The kick from Turner. A drop punt. A good-looking kick to it. He's goal.
It does take time to get into it. And Darren Flanagan, you know, he's one of the few Geelong players that are really, I'm not saying they're not giving their heart and soul, but he is performing out there and doing well and dominating the ruck work as Lenihan takes that kick. Swings it up towards half forward. Linda. Can't quite trap it, taps it wide. Good play, but Christensen was knocked away from the ball. It comes back to Christensen. His short kick comes towards Linda. Thought about the hand pass. Now he elects to put it up. Looking for Jackson. Jackson from behind takes the mark. So Reeves looking for a free kick. None forthcoming. And so Mark Jackson with the opportunity of putting his 3rd goal on the board and Geelong's 4th. He's only 15 metres out. No angle of note. Kick from Jackson. 3rd goal to Mark Jackson.
Jackson and Williamson again. A stalemate in this left half forward region for Geelong. And I'm afraid they're going to have to do it all again. No, they won't, because there's the siren to end the first half here at Kardinia Park, with the honours going well and truly with the visitors. Fitzroy, who kicked 5 goals for that quarter, they moved to 11-9, leading Geelong 4-6 on Sevens, big lead.
Michael Coates kicks it into the breeze. Punched away by Boss. Picked up by Mitchell. Hand passes to Boss. Likewise to Flanagan. Again out to Christensen. Gets around his opponent. Drives it towards half forward. Jackson up. It's punched away. Lindner takes it. In the back could have been the decision, but it's called play on. Reeves picks the ball up. Hand passes to Roos. Out to McIver. McIver has time to steady with the bounce. Then drives it forward where Barwick's on his own. Gets a favourable bounce. Then has time. Have the bounce. Puts it forward to Quinlan. It's punched away. Picked up by Harris. Thought about the hand pass. Easily runs around his opponent and dribbles it through for full points.
Right, at half back. Goes short. Andrew Buse. A kick under pressure. Finds Lenihan on centre wing. 1 bounce. Then into attack. Brownless couldn't pick it up on the half volley. Beaten on this occasion. Williamson got the handball away to Harris. Eventually back to Barwick. Barwick across to McIver. Still with that player. Now he goes over the top to Ross Thornton in the centre. Good shepherding, sees Thornton clear. Spears one up towards Osborne at half forward. Upper fraction early. Here's Harris at the back with explosive pace. He's got Quinlan in the square. Turner just need only push it towards him, but no, he's going to have a shot himself. And I think he's kicked it.
So from half back. A hand pass to Harris. Harris now. Long kick with the left foot. Osborne from behind. Couldn't quite take it. Christensen gets a hand pass across to Turner. Turner has time for a bounce. The kick's off the side of the boot. Lindner's out there. Couldn't quite take the mark. Taps it on. A chance for Jackson. Jackson picks it up. Taps it on towards Brownless. Couldn't quite get it. Brownless picks it up, gives it to Jackson, and it's a goal. 4 goals to Mark Jackson. Well, they did everything not to kick it, but in the finish, Jackson put it through. 4 goals to Jackson. But, the one thing you will say for both Brownless and Jackson is that they were trying to do the best for each other.
Geelong fans will be hoping that he has a free run this year. Brownless got up a mile, gave it to Morgan. Morgan hand pass in towards Lindner at half forward. It was a disappointing bounce for him, however. Roos lost it. Drum shows dash, goes bursting through onto the left foot. He snaps at goal and puts through another one. Well, a couple of great goals, and perhaps that'll lift the Cats.
Flanagan against Williamson. High bounce. Flanagan gets the tap. It's Drum once again. Puts it long. Jackson and McIver. Oh, it's Brownless who take it. Takes it a great mark by Brownless. Brownless came across in front of Jackson, and the youngster with 1 goal to his credit, kicked in the second term. Right through the centre. Brownless kicks his second.
In Fitzroy's attacking zone, and we're into time on, 3rd term. Flanagan, Couch, Bright. Across the face of goal. Lenehan with shepherding, finds himself clear. Goes short. Lindner, oh, he's got Jacko 20 metres down, uses him. He can steady. Will this be number 5? Look at that pace as he storms towards goal and pops it through.
So we find Mark Boss straight across the ground. Lenehan's there for Geelong. Too far for Lenehan. Harris comes in. Lenehan taps it on. He's got Terry Bright there. Lenehan telling him with a good piece of shepherding that he's clear. Bright's had 2. Now it's 3 bounces. Down past the half-forward line. Goes short and finds Morgan. Hand pass over the top from Morgan. Bright slips. They put themselves in trouble. He cannot get boot to ball, and it's Hinchin who takes it away. Over the top with a hand pass. They just tried to do a little bit too much. Barwick puts the ball forward. Taken by Geelong again. This time Hocking's there, but the siren has sounded. A golden opportunity of a goal missed. And Geelong at 3/4 time. 8-12. Flanagan got the ball down. Goes after it again. He tackles Turner. Turner's left foot kick up towards half forward. Runs past Harris. Hocking's there as well. Hocking dives in. Picked up by Gale across the Lyon. Lyon's hand pass out wide to Bernie Harris. Harris has time and pace to run away from Bright and straighten up, put it through for full points. So Bernie Harris kicks his 3rd goal.
Some 8 minutes have been played in this last quarter. Harris soccers off the ground. Down towards the half-forward line. Bright scoops it out the back door. Scratcher Neal may get them out of trouble here. He does, out towards the wing. Lenehan, Couch, Barwick. Lenehan across to Couch. He's got Scratcher Neal running if he needs him. Elects to go further forward to Drum. Will he goal here? He goes long. Jacko's the target, and Jacko is found. Well, he's kicked 5. 5 out of 8. Which is a fair percentage. Let's see what he can do here. A fine start to the season for him. He's goal. Goal number 6 to Jacko. And he's certainly done everything he's been able to do to keep the Cats up in the hunt. 14-13 plays 9-13 on Sevens big lead. Underground handball was by Scott McIver, but it's effective. Finishes it up with Thornton, who goes over the centre. Quinlan can't take it with the one hand. Could have almost left it for Bernie Harris as Bright nips in. Goes up towards Bruns. Taps it over the back. No one at home, however. Picked up by Hinchin. Hinchin, a quick handball to Leon Harris. He looks towards half forward once again. Quinlan waits down. Quinlan has it now. He can goal from here, Bernie. He fires a beautiful long drop punt. And that must surely be good night Geelong as Bernie Quinlan puts through.
Well, Fitzroy led by 33 points.
And the Bombers are in front now. Great play on the part of Ezza.
Collingwood through Mullane. He's played a ripper game today, Mullane.
Pickett, can he make it two from 20 metres out? Yes, I think he has.
Found by Madden and a good 35-yard kick too. Chance for Essendon goal. This is as easy as they get.
A disappointing bounce for him, however. Roos lost it. Drum shows dash. Goes bursting through onto the left foot. He snaps at goal and puts through another one.
Picked up by Gale across the line. Lions hand pass out wide to Bernie Harris. Harris has time and pace to run away from Bright.
The Magpies' Darren Mullane running with the ball.
By Richardson, that knockout from
the Bombers' Mark Thompson.
Thompson flying hard. That was
the
a
juggler.
Beautiful mark by Thompson.
Gets around Walsh. High kick in.
Paul van der Haar.
Van der Haar getting underneath it. Oh, great mark to Paul van der Haar. And Salmon on
his teammate Stephen Clark.
Oh, that's a pretty good mark dragged in by little Clark.
Collingwood's Ronnie McKeon.
Deep into attack. The pack fly. Oh, there's a great mark.
Started well under new coach David Parker. Fitzroy's Doug Bowen.
Harry Pert towards centre.
His teammate Bernie Quinlan.
It's a great mark to Bernie Quinlan. Puts it
Geelong recruit Billy Brownless.
Oh, it's Brownless who take it.
4 premiership points. And another youngster, Michael Gale. Time on.
Hello.
Melbourne's Peter Moore.
Well done.
Flies over the back. And there's the kick.
His captain, Robert Flower.
Flies over the back and down towards
Richmond forward, Michael Roach.
Flies from behind.
Enough from Melbourne's point of view.
And teammate Neil Peart.
Good mark. Good mark.
Completing the contenders for the mark of the day, Mike Reynolds of Melbourne. To our panel, headed by Bob Davis.
Thank you.
Watch the mark on replay.
What's the hand?
And that's where the hand is, on the shoulder. I'll repeat what I said. It'd be a very brave umpire not to pay the mark, but Kappa 8 goals straight.
Well, bad effort.
8 goals straight from 10 kicks and 4 marks, 2 handballs.
Well, he'd have to be shaping up as one of the best players on the ground. Pete knocked out by McCann, pushed on by North again. A hand pass, oh, badly directed. One comes back to McCann. He can't pick it up. He goes after it. Bolton's there with him. In goes Ackley, runs into plenty of trouble, can't get clear. A hand pass now up to Bays on the ground, replacing Mitchell. Up towards Capper again. Smith couldn't hold it. The ball is finally forced through for 1 point. So North Melbourne score was 8 goals, 351 to the Swans 14-4-88.
We're at the 15-minute mark of the third quarter now. Ball comes out to German. Melbourne's most constructive player, Steele, takes the mark on the practice wickets. Atkins on the run on right centre wing. Good little player, this fellow. Short pass, Phil Cracker, superb mark. He's got the hand pass back again. That's not a bad sort of a shot. And Steele's put it through. Great goal, but he could just about put that down to Cracker. North Melbourne's 9th, 9-3, 57 to 14-4, 88.
I didn't think it was Steele, Pete, but I think that Steele gets the hand pass over now. We see Atkins coming through, and Atkins getting the ball out wide. Great play by Phil Cracker. The hand pass across, and Atkins coming back down the ground. Sorry about that, Pete.
Atkins' first goal. 16 minutes gone. Third quarter, 9-3 to 14-4. 57 plays 88. The only North Melbourne player to kick more than 1 goal is Peter German, and he's their leading kick getter as well. Bays, kick number 2 for the Swans, well up toward full forward. Cracker and not Cracker, but Capper and Smith. Passmore nearly had his head pulled off. It rebounds to Peter Smith. High ball up towards the half-back line. Oh, Mark missed out there and missed badly by Norman. Got grabbed, they were not in possession. Hand pass comes out to Bays for kick number 3. That could almost be a goal. Oh, what a great shot. He really battled hard for that one.
It was a bad mistake by Norman. Simple mark.
15-4, 94. Great kicking by the Swans. North Melbourne 9-3, 57. We're at the 17-minute mark now of the third quarter. The Swans doing it well.
37 points the difference. Down it goes. There's a mark. It'll be a mark to Phil Cracker out there at half forward from his brother Jim. A lead, but it's being ignored. Coming from Harris, who did play at full forward, I think, over in South Australia. There's the kick by Cracker up there to the goal. So it's a long kick. It's a goal. Oh, what a ripper. That was a magnificent kick by Phil Cracker. What a kick. That's his second. 10 goals, 363 to the Sydney Swans, 15-4, 84. And they're putting a bit of life back in the game, North Melbourne.
Oh, they certainly haven't thrown the towel in, Lou. There's no doubt at all about that one, and that was an excellent goal. There's Phil Cracker there, pointing towards the scoreboard. And beautiful kick.
Looking at the replay.
Well, that's the score. 63 plays, 94. Centre bounce again, just over the 18-minute mark. There's no doubt North Melbourne playing a lot better. Grabbed by Ironmonger, hurried quick back over the half-forward line. They all missed that. It hits the deck. Pass ball backing up well. Gives a hand pass over to Ackley. Ackley goes short. It'll be okay. This is Love with the ball. He nearly went off the mark. Decided to go back. Short pass, dangerous. And there'll be a mark to McDonald, who's had his jumper half ripped off. He drives it back over the half-forward line, but left unattended that time as Dursman has had a very good third quarter. Ball back into the centre of the ground. This is Williams on his own. Quick hand pass coming over. Too long that time for Tui. Oh, Atkins shows a ton of pace. And look at him leave Tui for dead as he drops a short pass to Steele. There's a chance for North Melbourne to score again. Back it goes. And a mark. It'll be a mark to Harris. And Harris is only about 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. As I said before, he played full forward in South Australia for South Adelaide. Did very well in the ruck the first quarter, but
kind of running a puff up there.
He certainly did, but I think he suffered with a bit of bad trouble because he was that high. His kick. It's 1 point. That was a fatal miss. So it's 10-4, 64 to North Melbourne to the Sydney Swans, 15-4, 94. 19.5 minutes gone of this third quarter, and North Melbourne still have a show in this match, Peter.
Yes, I wouldn't write them off yet. Good long kick by Browning, bringing the ball back into play. Bays can't take the mark. Holden slung to ground. Out to Williams. Cracker beats him for it. Oh, in goes McDonald with the jumper half off. He gets grabbed. And a few fisticuffs just to liven up proceedings. Atkins let one go and got one from Nagel for his corner. So that score was even.
I reckon you're very stiff to get a free kick against you with the way McDonald went after that. He made the play winning after the ball.
It was a great tackle, though, by Stevie Wright, nonetheless, Lou.
Has to go back and take the kick again. Stevie Wright from centre half back. Straight down the ground. Looking for Danaher. Got a push in the back from Passmore, and so he'll take the free kick. Carroll breaks away, but it does have to come back. Danaher on left centre wing. And 6 kicks so far, 2 marks and 6 handballs, and has kicked 1 goal. Danaher on the left half forward. Dennis Carroll leading Love in the race for the ball. That's a beautiful kick. Just about into the square. McCann in front, or had his name on it. I think enjoying being moved away from Kappa. Love again. Over the head of Danaher. Passmore too slow. Held it for a fortnight. Atkins gets the hand pass back to him. This time he gets his kick in. Bursman made a mess of that one. Chance again. This time Carroll out to Holden. Holden's left footer close to Dursma again. Up goes Love. Siri. Cracker. No. Jonas. No. Carter. Yes. Spins. Oh, Rod Carter does it well. Plenty of Swans players are there, and it's left to Holden. Holden to Williams. Williams on centre wing. Calling forward is Bolton. He'll get it. Doesn't get a favourable bounce. Does tap it further forward, but intercepting well is McCann. North Melbourne combining a lot better now. Atkins on right centre wing. Chance for a hand pass. Pings it on down to Arceri. Arceri looks for and finds Peter German. North Melbourne's leading kick getter into the square. Cracker on his own. Jimmy's got it. And North Melbourne looking a revitalised side at the moment. They've certainly found something. 22 minutes gone in the quarter. And Cracker has the chance to bring up his first goal.
Well, that triple Brownlow medalist, he picked this. He said, or he said it would be a chance for a revival for North Melbourne this third quarter.
They've got a way to go yet, but if they keep going in this vein, they can still win this match. Jimmy Cracker will goal from there. No mistake about that. His first. North Melbourne come closer. Sevens big league scoreboard, 15-4 to 11-4 at the MCG.
Yes, and once again, it came from excellent work by the North Melbourne defence. They've tightened up down there and they are rebounding away. Atkins has been in the thick of things as he gets the hand pass across to Arceri. Another fine little player. German picking up kick number 20. And with a long kick down, well, nobody at all near Jimmy Cracker. So where was the defence?
First goal to Jimmy Cracker. North Melbourne looking a good side.
Just on the 23-minute mark, 24 points the difference now. Centre bounce. Knocked out by the big fellow Einmung, but didn't go anywhere for him. Series doing pretty well. A good hand pass to Love, and North Melbourne go back into attack. Here's a chance. German's got it again. And he's no doubt North Melbourne's best player, and shaping up as the best player on the ground.
He could kick this, Lou.
Well, he's only about 45 metres out directly in front, and he's already kicked two.
Make the difference 3 goals.
There it is on its way. Let's see the result. That'll be good. That's another goal. So it's 18 points the difference. And the Kangaroos are back in business. 12-4-66 to Sydney Swans, 15-4-94. Atkins is doing a pretty good job out there too on that wing position. Knocked out by McCann. There's a series, the hand pass to German. He fumbles it. Goes after it again. Taps it on. There's a go for Atkins with a hand pass back to a series. They're cutting it to pieces as it comes over to Coop. He's got to pick it up. He gives it to Jones, but he loses it. There's a chance for Neagle. He's grabbed around the neck, but at least he stopped him because he was away and running for sure. Well, they're putting pressure on them. Neagle takes advantage of everyone standing flat-footed there. That's a bit of experience for you as he goes for the long kick back to the centre of the ground. And that's Ackley taking the mark. Spins out of the pack like he did with the Swans. Drives the ball back to full forward. Up there towards Cracker and Browning. Cracker's got a chance. He's got it. No, it might have been touched. Oh, they're putting pressure on them now.
17 points the difference, and what a ball game. It looked a one-horse race at half-time, and shortly afterwards, when the difference was 48 points, Rod Carter goes defensively towards the outer side. McCann.
This has been a good move, putting him around the ground too, Bob, taking him away from that full-back position.
Yes, he's been, as though he's been just let off the leash.
There's an Academy Award performance for you. That, I think, is McDonald wearing Guernsey number 1. It's not live, obviously.
Well, he's had it ripped, the other one ripped up, Pete.
Good mark. He was looking for a 15-metre penalty, which would have brought him to within about 20 metres of goal. He's got 35 out. And so should get the distance without too many problems at all. The accuracy is what's needed here. 77-94. Nothing in this match now. McDonald get the distance and tap through for 1 point, or was it out of bounds from Ironmonger? And Phil Cracker let one go.
Well, Ironmonger gave him one first to go on with, I think.
I'll be picking on Ironmonger, but I don't think I'd pinch Phil Cracker's beer in a pub either, just the same. Out to the half-back line, Passmore late on the scene. Stevie Wright gets well tackled by Arceri, picked up by McCann, who in turn gets it to Passmore. Passmore goes for a short pass to Jonas, who missed it. Ironmonger. Oh, Jimmy came in for the evener upper and gets away a free kick. Not sensible football from Jay Cracker. That wasn't great either. Browning. Out to the defensive side of the ground. Beats Holden over the boundary line. In front of Phil Cracker, it will be a boundary throw-in. Left half-back flank for the Swans, who lead 15-4 to 12-6 in a good game of football at the MCG. The two number 1s, Ironmonger and McDonald. McDonald wins that one. The two of them are there. Who's going to get it? It's Jimmy. Dursma just about got him. Good tackle. Off the hands of Jonas. Picked up by Rod Carter, showing a good turn of speed. Carter goes for the hand pass to Dennis Carroll. Carroll long. The Swan skipper to half forward. Crocker at the back. Goes the punch. That was effective. McCann, gets steamrolled. No free kick. Fair bump, says the umpire. Bays doing battle with McCann. He got up pretty quickly. Picked up by Passmore. Just about threw that one out. Crocker's kick is high and towards the boundary line. Underneath it, Atkins has a great third quarter and he marks.
Certainly playing well out there on that wing position, Atkins. A series been a star, and of course they're all coming into the game. Oh, that's a bad hand pass. It'll be a free kick to the Swans and Eagle. And Eagle's got it out there on the centre wing position. A little bit rattled the Sydney Swans as the ball goes up there towards Edmund, punched away by Crocker. Played it safe that time when the ball is out of bounds. Ball out of bounds on the Sydney Swans half-forward line. 16 points the difference. So North Melbourne Hinnie with a chance now. Danaher against McCann. Knocked out by Passmore. Pushed on again by German out there to Atkins. It is, I think it is. Yes, a hand pass back to Smith. Smithers kickers over the half-forward line, up towards the half-forward line, punched away by Dersma. Fumble going on. Dersma tries to back up. Coop pushes it out. Out to Big Ironmonger. The big fella stoops all right. Gets it out now to Holden. A short pass. And the ball is marked here now by Neagle. Neagle's kick is up towards the centre half-forward position. Punched away by the North Melbourne defence. Plenty of fumbling going on. Ball smothered back from Crocker that time. It's Bolton grabbed by Crocker. That was a good tackle. And the umpire's going to ball this one up for sure. My gosh, that was a great tackle. Good tackle, Bob.
Certainly was, Luke.
Well, it's a tense game, and it's a good game now. It looked as though it was going to be a one-sided affair. It looked as though the Swans would have bolted away with this match. Ironmonger. Back it goes to Morwood. Paul Morwood. Crocker's got a chance to mark. His mate goes in to help him. Kicked off the ground. So go for a goal now. Coming up to Tony Morwood. He's got it through for a goal. And a badly needed one, so just to relieve the pressure. So it's 16-4, 100 points the Sydney Swans to North Melbourne 12-6, 78.
Well, it's a very rare occasion that Tony Morwood has been able to get away from John Law today, and Law's had a tight rein on him all day, and as Ross Smith missed that one. Tony Morwood very quick to grab the opportunity, and a nice goal, but he's had a hard job getting away from John Law.
Wilson and his wife. Carter and McDonald obviously not liking each other's aftershave.
What's that? What? Used to call that hacking in the old days, didn't they?
22 points the difference now. 29 3/4 minutes have gone in a very interesting third term of football. Picked up by Ironmonger. Can't get boot to ball or in fact a hand pass away. That was Healy. Haven't seen much of him this quarter. That was just about a throw, but it comes out to Love. Love up towards half forward. Opportunity for Cracker. Paddles it further forward in front of Holden. Back to Jimmy Cracker. He'll go for a pass and they'll always find somebody. This time Jonas is the recipient, marking pretty well directly in front of goal. 30 minutes gone on the term. Jonas, high ball in towards the forward pocket, and it could be through. Yes, it is. Came around beautifully. A free kick. Free kick. What was it for, Bob?
Holding the man, Pete. Possibly a little technical, but no doubt it was there because umpire Sidebottom would not have given it otherwise. Yeah, so you can see McCann hanging onto the Guernsey.
So Rod Carter having that free kick before being held, not shepherded. Long kick by Carter. Ironmonger, good safe grab. Hand passes on to Tui, to Williams. Former Geelong players combining. Short pass by him in turn. Paul Morwood, is it a mark? No, says the umpire, and a good decision. Coop gives it back to Passmore. Steele it was. Harris to German. German from left half forward. He's gone in towards the full forward pocket. There was some interference there too, and North Melbourne fans thought they should have had a free kick. Picked up by Cracker. Cracker in turn back to Jonas again. Jonas balk. Bays has got him. He shoots just the same. It's high. And through, I think, for one behind.
I thought it might have been a free kick to McDonald. They were still hanging on when we got rid of it.
It was interesting, wasn't it? 21 points the difference. 31 and a half minutes gone, third quarter.
There have been a few occasions today where North Melbourne might have been on the wrong end of some of the decisions.
Yes,
I agree with you. Browning. So it's not the number of free kicks, but where you get them. That wasn't touched, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, wait on this.
Yeah, you're right, Pete.
Yes, it is a free kick. It's going to be taken by Steele. Steele at left half forward flank. Short pass. Oh, good play, Bolton, out of bounds, and a boundary throw in left forward pocket, or it would have been had not the siren gone. And the scoreboard at three-quarter time in our match of the day on Sevens Big League, the Swans 16-4 100, North Melbourne 12-7 79.
The 1986 Victorian Football League Premiership season is proudly sponsored by Carlton, brewers of Foster's Lager, Australia's favourite beer.
North Melbourne got off to a good start. They had the first 3 goals on the board and led by 6 points at quarter time, but a brilliant second term by the Swans, in which they booted 9 goals too, set the match up for them. They led by 42 points at half-time. The Kangaroos came back in the third term to halve the deficit before going under by 25 points. Looking at the stats in the game, the Swans had 6 more kicks, 7 more frees, 5 more handballs and 6 more shots at goal. North Melbourne 6 more marks and 2 more hit-outs. In the goals at the match this afternoon, the star certainly in front of goals was Warwick Kappa. He finished up with 8 goals. Sevens Big League, Sandy Roberts and Peter McKenna.
Forward zone. Kernahan was the target, fisted away from him. McClure tries to storm his way through. Is unsuccessful. Getting caught was Kenny, and he loses.
See, that Hawthorn defence has held up very, very well since quarter time onwards. They're playing good, tight, tough football. Mew has got on top of Kernahan at centre half back. Here's Hunter, who's taken a number of marks, number of kicks over to Johnston. Johnston lines up the goals from 45 metres out. Hooks that one slightly over the back, a chance for a mark to Carlton, but it's rushed through for a behind by Rod Lester-Smith. And he's doing some nice defensive work. He's under a lot of pressure down there too, because Kenny's doing particularly well down there too. Hawthorn on 5-7, Carlton on 5-7, as we see Lester-Smith about to bring it back into play.
To the outer side of the ground he goes. Poor kick straight to Mark McClure. Well, he's been relatively quiet in the first half. By the same token, he's been forced to struggle very hard for any kick he can get. Short pass to Peter Kenny.
He's moved around well since coming on as interchange. He has gone to full forward. He's been covering a ton of territory right across the forward line. Is yet to score a goal himself, but he's been responsible for a couple of others.
He's directly in front, Pete, 30 metres out, and favouring a drop punt. Goal umpire has a good look and says it'll do, and so Carlton go to a 6-point lead. 6-7 plays 5-7 on Sevens Big League.
Well, that was great play by Mark McClure, because he looked down at the goal square. He saw that the only players down in the goal area were all Hawthorn. There's no one there ducking back for Carlton, so he just gave a little chip pass across to Peter Kenny, who has been moving around beautifully on that forward line, as I said, and that was a well-deserved goal.
Back in the centre once again. Great struggle, no sign, able to break effectively clear. Madden and Deere from the middle. I think it'll be a free kick going the way of Hawthorn once Greg Deere disentangles himself, to allow Richard Loveridge to take the kick. Started off well, but has quietened in the second term. Let's see if he can come back to it. English, Dool. Carlton out of trouble again. Another poor kick. Langford. To half forward. Byrne at the back. Road. Is he pushed? The umpire said yes. So Peter Road at half back to put Carlton out of bother again. With 15 metres. Goes quickly to the outer side of the ground. Madden in the hands of the trainers behind play. Keep an eye on him. Swinging away was Blackwell. To the half-forward line. Or was it Johnston? They looked so alike on the run. Could have been the dominator. Russell Greens, kick out wide. Dibieta Minico is there. So too Rhys Jones, John Kennedy, Tommy Alvin. A couple of tag team wrestling teams there. Now they're clear. Deere got up high. A tap over the back, straight to Langford. Down towards Dool, in front of Dunstan.
Must have been touched off the boot, I feel, because the umpire called play on. I thought he did mark it. So as he gives it across to Bradley, Bruce Dool with a hand pass. Bradley towards Kernahan, the two ex-South Aussies with big reputations. Glenn Howard brilliantly across to Russo. Russo's got a loose man out wide in Byrne, who runs with the fight of the ball. and Michael Byrne takes a very nice mark. He'll swing onto that left foot, no doubt. Buckenara is calling for it up high. Now he's got the sit, Buckenara. From behind he flies. Oh, he nearly took that one too, as we see Hanley. A hand pass kicked away there by Big Madden. Or he didn't actually get his boot to it in the end. Here's Bradley. Long hand pass. Knocked on by Hunter. Back to Buckenara. He's tackled. And in the back, said the umpire. Oh, boy, was that a... That was a very lucky free kick to Buckenara. It looked like a good tackle from here, and that's right in front of us, Sandy.
Yes, but he'll take it on the right half forward flank. Tuck. Good pass. Michael Tuck is just 25 metres out, but on a fairly sharp angle.
Buckenara has kicked 3 goals, and he just does not waste that football. Every time he gets it, it goes to Hawthorn's advantage.
A very, very handy score. And he puts it out in front. Just over the square. Byrne in front. Kennedy waiting down. Juggling act. Platten a chance. Gets the handball to Loveridge. He snaps at goal, and I reckon he's goal. He has. And they're sticking with them. 6-7 apiece on Seven's big lead.
Still in the third quarter at VFL Park. Carlton leading by a point. 11.5 minutes in.
Is beaten on this occasion by John Kennedy. Kicking to a very congested forward zone. Madden from behind, trying to affect the spoil. The bottom of the pack is Wayne Blackwell. The umpire can do nothing. Come in and have a bounce.
Well, 2 of the Carlton players are playing in different jumpers. Well, there's Kenny Hunter. He might be the third.
I think he will be. Byrne, English, almost shoveled out to Blackwell. He just backpedals a step or two. Puts it out towards Meldrum and Howard, 2 young players of the future. And on this occasion, Meldrum wins out. Meldrum
Brings it wide. Hunter's had a number of kicks himself. In fact, Kevin, 14, is it?
Oh!
14, as we say. Oh, boy. Bit of solid work went on there, and the ball is forced over the line. But he did have a couple of goals kicked on him by Buckenara, Hunter, which took a bit of the gloss off his game. As we see the ball on half-forward flank for Hawthorn is grabbed by Justin Madden, intercepted by Russo. He gets in the hand pass. Blackwell caught that one high, and the umpire, this time umpire Peter Carey, was right onto that one, had a great view of it, and Wayne Blackwell on half-back flank will take this kick. At the scores are fairly low at the moment, 6-8 to 6-9. It was pretty indicative of how good the back lines of both sides are. There's a lovely mark by Kernahan. Gee, he looks class as he hooks it back, looking for Kenny. Up he goes over the back as Lester Smith.
Bradley.
Who recovers beautifully. Here's Bradley, as Sandy said, gets in the hand pass to Shine to Meldrum into the open goal. It's a goal to the Blues. Beautiful football.
How's that for lightning handball? Oh, gee. Could see him coming. And he just nipped in there, picked it up, shot it out like greased lightning. 7-9 plays 6-8 on the 7 Sports score.
And there's Meldrum on screen after receiving that hand pass for a nice easy goal. But beautiful play by Bradley initially for a very, very slick hand pass. And Meldrum, of course, playing in a different jumper as he had his ripped off his back earlier. He is normally number 23, of course, and now he's playing in number 59. 7-9 Carlton, Hawthorn 6-8.
Back in the centre once again. Madden and Deere. A bounce that favours Greg Deere on this occasion. Pushing it down towards Paul Abbott. Overruns it. Platten waiting for it to come out. It doesn't. And Peter Cameron will take charge once again. 10 metres out of the centre circle. Favouring the Hawks. Madden in front. Taken by Ashman. A hurried kick. And in front, Russell Green. Plays straight on. Well, the handball was perhaps a little too high, although he couldn't get it bouncing end to end, which was hard for Peter Russo. Thrown off the football was Brad Shine, and he'll be free kick. Quick to move it up to half forward. McClure waiting at the back. Kernahan a solid bump. Keeps the ball in the area. Chris Mew tries to farm it out at the bottom of the pack. Platten goes in now, gets it quickly out to Handley. That was a good hand pass. Handley's kick is wide towards the boundary line, going to be kept in play.
Robertson is going to be free kicked. Quickly on to Platten. Looking for Chris Mew. Clapp tapped it cleverly onto Dipier Domenico. He fires at goal and he puts it through. You can never, ever write them off. They keep clawing their way back. And a great tap on saw the dip clear.
Well, 7-8 is Hawthorn, Carlton is 7-9, 1 point the difference, and what a great goal that was, because Dipier Domenico saw his taller teammate going for the mark. He just waited over the back for the ball off the hands, he grabbed it, and at the same time he put the ball onto his boot and slammed it through from 55 metres out under tremendous pressure. A great team lifting goal. Bounce of the ball back in the centre. 1 point the difference as we see Justin Madden looking for Johnston, who's been relatively quiet for what we know he can do today, as we see the ball right in that centre circle area, and umpire Peter Cameron with the big grin saying it's my ball. Umpire's always got the last say and last laugh on any play, because they've got that whistle as we see Madden down to Dipier. Oh, geez, a goer. He brings it back to Byrne, up in front. He's marked it. Oh, gee, they look dangerous at the moment, the Hawks. Byrne has got it on half forward. Oh, gee, Kennedy's made the lead out wide. He's got him. Oh, he ducks back, can't take the mark. Michael Tuck's got it. He swings onto the left hand, back to Platten. Oh, brilliantly done, Johnny Platten. Onto the left foot. He kicks it high. Buckenara from behind. No mark. Kicked off the ground. Oh, boy. Was that Hunter in number 55?
Yep.
He's another one with a different number on now. I said his jump was just about gone.
He'll be in the 60s soon.
Right, Paul Abbott has got this kick. He's already kicked one. He's on the boundary line. Now, will he run out and make room for himself? He should. But he stabs at this one. It goes across the face of goal, and that is not good play by Paul Abbott. He should have given himself a bit of room. Not a good kick there by Justin Madden either. As Peter Russo, is it? Yes, Russo intercepted, knocked it over the line. But from that position, Sandy, you should always run out and take the risk of having the ball smothered and open up the goals for yourself.
Here's the throw-in. The Hawks looking dangerous. Alvin caught. He's been relatively quiet. Byrne through strongly. Gets a good handball. Beautiful play on that occasion by Robertson. In towards full forward. Buckenara ripped off the football. Don't worry, they're going to goal anyway. Well, he was pulled off the ball as it was floating down. But it didn't matter because they kicked from Colin Robertson, floated through, and the Hawks have gone to a 5-point break. 8-8 plays 7-9 on 7's big lead.
And the perfect type of player to bring onto the ground at this stage of the game, Colin Robertson. His skills are magnificent. He's got great acceleration, and he kicked that goal because of his great ability to sprint away and put that onto the left boot, and some good shepherding by Buckenara.
Back in the centre, 5 points the margin, favouring the Hawks. Carlton kicking with what breeze there is. Here he goes again, Robertson, quickly out to Mew on the left foot, up to half forward. Platten's waiting at the back, and it's going to come to him. Held whilst not in possession. It'll be free kicked. Oh, he thought about it.
Oh, did he ever?
Thought about it.
We've still got loose men too. Gee, those Carlton defenders.
Look at Buckenara down here in the pocket.
Well, they've got to start picking him up. Platt, gee, he's impressed me, Sandy. No wonder he's got that huge reputation, because he's a real little terrier.
Too far out to score. Wobbles a torpedo. Byrne on the chest. Well, all of a sudden, this game has swung right around since quarter time. Hawthorn, their defence is tightened, and my gee, their forward play has improved dramatically. Bearing in mind, they're without the services of Dermot Brereton. Let's watch Michael Byrne. The drop punt off the left boot looks good, and he has goal. And the Hawks move further ahead. 9-8 plays 7-9 as Michael Byrne kicks his second on 7's big lead.
By umpire Carey, thumped away by the Hawks. In goes Dipier Domenico. He's got it too, and it's a free kick going Hawthorn's way to Dipier. Gee, he's been a good player. He's battled really, really hard. It's not his. In fact, it's Richard Loveridge's kick.
He's been inspirational.
Well,
Pete.
He certainly has. He does those team-lifting things, and it lifts the whole side. And just when they're down, as we see a free kick going Hawthorn's way again. This time to Michael Tuck. Michael Tuck, of course, the captain of the Hawks this year, was a great player bowing out of football last year, Lee Matthews. Now he's going for the torpedo punt. It's a booming kick towards full forward. Michael Byrne has it fisted away. Wayne Johnston goes in. Oh, he was caught. Over to John Dorotich. Dorotich on the left foot. He kicks it wide. A one-out duel. Blackwell's there. Oh, good play by Glenn Howard. Very good football. He's got it. He hooks it back. He kept it in play too. Or was it out in the full? It was out in the full. And the mark has been taken, or the free kick actually, in the finish by Des English.
English in towards the centre of the ground. McClure will come over the top. Again, too far underneath it. Rocket Rodney Eade at the back. Taps it clear. I was going to say O'Halloran, but it's Chopper Handley. McClure still, and someone copped one at the bottom there. A couple holding their faces.
Johnston being one, and it's going Hawthorn's way.
Well,
so,
I thought Chopper Handley copped one.
Well, I think Mark McClure gave the free kick away.
Now.
Well, which is not good play.
Handley's kick, however. They've got the ball and they've got the run at the moment. Kernahan.
McClure's gone to centre-half forward. Kernahan obviously on the ball, playing in the ruck. So it's a good move by Robert Walls. They have to do something.
Into the centre again. McClure this time too strong. The player going past is Brad Shine. Up to Ashman on the half-forward line. Couldn't quite take the mark. Kenny lends him support and he sneaks away from Lester Smith. Up towards full forward. Madden, has he got the height? He has.
Oh, he dropped it.
Play on. He didn't hold it.
It looked as though he had it, didn't it?
Clever tap on by Robertson. And they're out of trouble as Peter Russo goes storming down the half-back line. Gives it to Rodney Eade. This is the Hawthorn we know. Up towards Kennedy and Dorotich. Dorotich from behind. Play on is the call. Thrown out to Kernahan. Chips one short towards Bradley, who takes it at centre wing.
Well, they're under a tremendous amount of pressure. You heard Sandy say about the Hawks. This is the Hawthorn we know. They're starting to run in droves. 3 and 4 down the ground. Here's McClure leading out. Chipping across in front of him was Hunter, which is not good team play. It's beautifully tackled. Play on, said the umpire. The hand pass comes out to Russo. Russo on the left foot, a high one. Buckenara ducks back. Burns over the back. Platten's there. Now it's the speed of Loveridge. Onto the left foot, a little chip pass looking for Buckenara. Oh, Brucey Doole's got it. Now it's Ayres. It comes loose to English. Now he loses it to Ayres. Now it's Johnny Platten. Kicks it off the ground. Over to Russell Green. Russell Green to Buckenara. Into the open goal. And Gary Buckenara has kicked his fourth.
They're running riot, Hawthorn here at VFL Park. Kicking into the breeze. And they're booting clear. 10-8, 68. To Carlton, 7-9, 51 on 7. Big lead.
Well, I think the difference at the moment is the tackling of the Hawthorn side. They are desperate, and of course Buckenara's kicked 4 goals for the Hawks in a terrific display up forward. He was dropped for the grand final side. He took it badly, and rightly so. He's a great player. 10-8. The Hawks, Carlton 7-9, and they'll have to really lift their game, Carlton, because there's Hunter caught in possession of the ball. He's holding the ball. The Hawks are on fire at the moment. Sandy said this is the Hawthorn we know. I'll say it is, as they're steamrolling forward at the moment. Here's one of their stars in Dipier Domenico. He's got on top of Reece Jones now. A short chip into Robertson. Robertson, a good player to bring on in the third quarter when all the other players are getting a bit leg-weary. With Robertson, tremendous pace and skill. He's at centre-half forward, probably too far out to score, but Burns ducked back into the goal square. It's a lovely kick up towards the square. Kernahan in front. Michael Byrne. Now it's Platten. In they go after it. On the bottom of the pack, it looks like Peter Dean. But Carlton, something's gone. The edge has gone off them, Sandy.
I think they're rattled. Hawthorn are starting to run. And run in numbers, strength and confidence. Here's the bounce. Meters out from goal. Byrne taps it back. Kennedy snaps off target. 1 point. But it all helps at the moment. A 3-goal break. And, gee, the scene is set for a struggle in the last quarter, Pete. Dool brings it back into play. Reece Jones is in the back pocket. Plays on straight away. Gives it across to Peter Rode. Johnston does the shepherding as Rode goes into the centre. Dorotich caught. Throws it out to Alvin.
A quick hand pass finds Blackwell. He's clear across half forward. He goes short. Not a good pass. Was looking for Kenny. Lester Smith will just see it over the line. And a throw in to take place.
Well, Carlton have got to do something about their forward line. At the moment, they have got no semblance of a forward line. When he went to kick that Blackwell, he had no one down in the goal square, no one near the goals for 30 metres. Well, how can you score goals? They've got to get someone down there who can kick a goal. Maybe Hunter moving there, or Dorotich or someone. Here's Road with the ball, going for the long kick, a torpedo punt down towards full forward, where Lester Smith takes an easy mark, but they're falling down badly at full forward as the kick comes out wide from Lester Smith to Loveridge. They're looking good, the Hawks. Off goes Richard Loveridge. He's played a terrific game. He hooks it back looking for Michael Tunt. Will it bounce for him? Now it does. He gets it. A hand pass out wide to Loveridge. Little Loveridge. He's still got the football as he brings it on the left foot down towards half forward. There's Hunter. Oh, Platten. Brilliant play. Oh, gee, he did that well. Oh, he's still going in. What a good player he is. With Rodney Eade over to Buckenara. He kicks it high. He's flattened as he kicked the ball. It's a free kick downfield.
His wooden spoon well behind them. However, it was Footscray that was first into attack. Brian Royal roving well, gets it over to Angelo Petraglia, and he puts through a fine running goal. Shortly afterwards, though, St Kilda brought up their first major. One of last year's best players, Greg Burns. A hand pass over to Gary Odgers, who goes through the centre of the ground and gets it on to Silvio Fascini, who was set for a great day. Just 4 minutes later, and Fascini brought up his second goal. Off the hands of the pack, he runs into an open goal and makes no mistake. Towards the end of the quarter, though, Footscray full forward Simon Beasley got a tap onto Rolfe, and when the first break was taken, it was 4-4-28 apiece. Into the second term now, and St Kilda newcomer Rene King, still as burly as ever, heads forward where the Saints skipper Trevor Barker takes the mark of the match. The Bulldogs went to a 31-point lead when Jimmy Sewell hand passed to Brian Royal, and despite being downed as he kicked the ball, he goaled. Much to the delight of the Western Oval crowd, the Bulldogs appeared to be taking complete control of the match and were superior in just about every facet of the game. Here's Alan Daniels using his pace for a long goal from the boundary line, and it's Footscray by 37 points. Brian Royal was proving a damaging player around the packs. Here he takes a tap, skirts the pack, runs a full 10 metres and puts through another long goal, and at half-time Footscray had an almost unbeatable advantage, so it seemed, of 44 points. After the break, though, the Saints came back hard. Here's another brilliant goal from Silvio Fascini. Spite crept into the game, though, at the 8-minute mark after Tony Lockett and Rick Kennedy were involved in a heavy collision, which resulted in Lockett having his number taken by several umpires. An all-in brawl developed, and it seems as though a couple of players may have been lucky that they're not joining Lockett at VFL House. 2 minutes later, and it was on again on the members' flank, with Greg Burns of St Kilda seemingly the main target. The ruckus seemed to unsettle Footscray, and the Saints were now in full flight. Robbie Elphinston over to Fascini, and then Owen, recovering after a serious knee injury, goals to make the difference, just 14 points. Owen once again was in the action soon afterwards. A hand pass again to Silvio Fascini, who ran into an open goal, and it was only one goal the difference at three-quarter time. St Kilda went to a 2-point advantage shortly after the start of the final quarter, but the Bulldogs steadied, and when Angelo Petraglia goaled off the pack, they regained the lead. The Bulldogs were finding plenty of ways to weather the Saints' storm. Steve Wallace over to Mick McLean, and it was 9 points in favour of the boys from the Western Oval. The Bulldogs appeared to have just too much cool in the crisis. Jimmy Sewell took a great mark in the goal square. He eventually put it through, and it was 24 points the difference. But the gallant Saints refused to give in. Gamble into the square, and Fascini uses soccer tactics to bring up his 7th goal. The Saints tried valiantly, but the effort of trying to make up such a big leeway at half-time proved too much, and eventually the Bulldogs opened up their account for the 86 season with a 17-point victory over the Saints
Football Park. Tempers were short, with both sides even in the first half, when Michael Aish and Kim Hodgman had a slight altercation.
Anybody can get into this across, sends it over towards David Shaw. Shaw quickly onto Burt. Good play. Burt
here, but it's hit the wrong way. Clark takes it over to Burt. Burt going in on his left foot. He's got plenty of time.
He's put it through. His left foot's a bad pass. Comes down to McKenzie. Burt's got the rebound. Puts it onto his right foot.
Have a look through. Goal. It's Thompson in there, and Thompson gets his hands to it, but it's down onto the ground. Burt takes it. Burt hotly pursued by Graham. Burt still in control, goes round on the left foot, snaps a goal, and it's through.
Oh, lovely. It can't be marked. It's on the ground. Picked up by little Johnny Burt with half his pants torn off.
Centre. Van der Haar comes over the top. Thompson waiting down. So too was Clark and Mick Thompson. And off he goes. Yes, Van der Haar is in strife down here. I just wonder whether he winded himself or was it a knee or he's done something to his leg when he came down and took that mark.
Baker getting ready to come on. But Van der Haar was absolutely burning. Let's just hope, Sandy, that it is not.
Oh, let's hope it's
really
not another blooming knee
injury.
or fair dinkum, these cruciates and medials and whatever happens to them nowadays, you can kiss 6 months goodbye. So disappointing. So there's a complete mess out there at the moment with players going everywhere. In fact, you'd almost think it was the end of the game. They've all gathered round. The Essendon boys back into play once again. First to recover was Morgan. Now an opportunity for Drum. In fact, it was Evans who got it across to Drum. Drum went short to Cole.
10.5 metres.
Oh, good interception there by Clark. Evans over the top once again. Messy football. Bright models it up.
Two Essendon players down, Sandy.
And, well, one is Clark. And who's further up the field? Daisy Williams, it could be. We'll wait and see. I'll keep an eye on them, Bob. But injury worries because Van der Haar's out.
Could be Harvey, I think, Sandy.
Right, another one of the blonde bombers. Nevertheless, we'll wait and see as Thompson picks it up. Clears for Essendon, down towards the half-back line. Here's an opportunity for Boss, the boundary line, too close.
Harvey it was, he's up and moving around, Sandy.
He's just got a slight, obviously a slight problem with that right foot, and Clark is also up, but certainly not 100%. Flanagan and Madden, won by the latter, taken by Brendan Phillips. Well, tried to get boot to ball, too slow, said the umpire.
So Hocking now, towards half forward. Danaher and Brownless. Brownless tried to grab it the second time. Morgan, Hawker. Hawker does well, can't get the ball, now he gets it out with a hand pass. Brownless tackles Folds. I don't think Folds had any chance of getting rid of it though. It's a kick to Brownless who goes across the ground towards Cole, and Michael Cole now has it. Got two players in short, but I think he might elect to go the shot from there. Comes the aid of the breeze over the shoulder. He's kicked 2 goals, 1 so far. Won't make the distance, it's swinging back into the square. Quick snap by Evans. I think that would be his first goal in senior football, Sandy, as Craig Evans snapped it from the square. Great effort by the youngster, and he's been solid in his work today.
And it brings the Cats to within one straight kick now of Essendon. 5-9 plays 5-5 on Sevens Big League, and the Cats are not letting Essendon get away. We're back in the middle. The Bombers hit hard, hit by injury. Van der Haar will take no further part in the game. Harvey went down, Clark went down. They're both still on the ground. From the centre bounce once again. Can Geelong get the momentum going again as Drum gives it to Bruns down towards Jackson, who's waiting at the back. Here's young Evans again if he's got the pace. But no, the boundary line is too close and Gary Folds defensively takes it over.
So throw in. Midway between half forward and half back. As Salmon comes down the ground. Going down towards the defensive square.
Jackson free kick.
Salmon onto the ball. Sandy is Jackson now. Runs around his man, plays on. It's a nice looking kick from Jackson. It's a goal!
And Geelong are in front. The Cats hit the front at Windy Hill.
Well, Mark Jackson, I think, realising that he probably would not make the distance, did well to dummy, run around his opponent, gain the extra 10 metres and put it through the centre. An excellent goal, and Geelong 40 points, Essendon 39.
If my memory serves me correctly...
Can't be right, Sandy.
No, 39-41, Bob.
I'm looking at the board, that's all.
I don't think Essendon have been beaten here since Footscray in '84. Still plenty of time left yet, however. Let's not write them off. As we're from the centre bounce, and Thompson sets the Bombers going down towards Brendan Phillips, traps it beautifully, dummies nicely, steadies, fires long in towards full forward. Daisy Williams couldn't take the mark. Izzard waiting
kick,
down,
Sandy.
but a push, push in the back. Well, he certainly got up high enough. It's gone against him.
Christensen with the kick. Merritt coming across. It's punched away from Merritt, taken by Turner. Turner now being told by Damien Drum that he was clear, and now he puts a long floating kick forward, punched away by Folds, picked up by Hawker. Hawker now with the left foot kick up towards half forward. Reynoldsson couldn't take it, tapped away by Merritt, picked up by Michael Thompson, goes up towards the square. Matt Williams is there, right on the line. Did he play on or not?
No. Umpire's giving it to him, Robert. You think he did?
Oh, I thought he might have, Sandy.
Peter Cameron has decided he didn't. So it's a chance for Essendon to regain the lead. 15 metres out. He goals. And the Bombers are back in front by 4 points on Sevens' big lead. 6-9 plays 6-5. And Daisy Williams kicks his first.
Salmon now in the ruck against Flanagan, who's done quite well. Madden at full forward. On the bounce. Flanagan with a big fist, worth a kick. Lenihan comes across, couldn't quite take it. It's picked up by Thompson. Punched away there by Flanagan. It's a chance for Brownless. The hand pass to Lenihan. Lenihan straightens up and goes goal, and it's swinging back, and Geelong are in front again.
Oh, that's great football from the Cats, and great football from Darren Flanagan.
Certainly was, Sandy. And young Brownless in the thick of things too, with a nice little hand pass. Flanagan really got that out of the centre and then went on after it down the ground. Geelong looking good at the moment. A 2-point margin over Essendon.
Centre bounce once again. Essendon fans subdued. Geelong fans stunned but delighted. Salmon wins the tap. Donnell tries to get it forward. Now Essendon have been able to answer. Can they this time? No, because Cole goes long up towards the half-forward line. No mark is taken. Lenihan's waiting down. Folds is with him. Nipping in, trying to... Well, did he pick it up? Darcy still attempting to. Has support now, close to the boundary line, but still kept in play. Here they go again, long up towards full forward, but well off target. And the ball rolls out of bounds in that right forward pocket.
Geelong applying a lot of pressure. Lenihan has made a big difference, Sandy.
Yes, plenty of zip, plenty of pace. And the Cats really clawing away. Here's the throw-in, right forward pocket. Another one here would make it terribly interesting. Folds as opposed to Morgan. It's Folds who wins out. Their most prolific possession winner last year, but that was a poorly directed kick. And Geelong looking good at the moment as they go down towards full forward. Brownless went up far too early. Danaher will clear, and Essendon will get out of trouble through Brendan Phillips. 2 bounces. He's down towards centre wing. Merritt went to do the shepherding work, but it wasn't required. Christensen blocks, caught, Madden clear, Elshaw picks it up now, shoots in towards goal and puts it through. Take it, and eventually Geelong's Craig Cleve clears out towards that half-back line. Lenihan again, short out in front of Turner, but Thompson's waiting at the back this time and has got his measure. Thompson's hand pass put pressure on Wood, and he gets clobbered. Play on is the call. Free kick down the ground. Watson takes it, just chips away towards half forward. Now an opportunity for Harvey. Harvey long to goal and has put it through. Great goal by Mark Harvey, and the Bombers back in business once again.
An excellent goal by Harvey. It would have been a free kick to Wood. The umpire had paid it, but when Watson picked it up, they allowed the advantage rule, and they've both been very consistent with that advantage rule today. Both teams have been allowed to play on, and that time it proved very effective for the Essendon side, with Harvey kicking a beautiful goal. Centre bounce. There's the board, 58 to 48. 10 points the margin. Salmon gets the tap. Morgan first on the scene for Geelong. Can't win it though. It's taken away by Merritt. Across to Elshaw. Over the top towards Clark. Intercepted by Williams. Williams straightens up, goes towards goal, but he's offline, and 1 point the result. Darren Williams has kicked 1 goal too. An 11-point margin. 8-11 to 7-6. It's still anybody's game, Sandy.
My word.
Geelong really played well.
11-point margin.
Got 2 balls out there now.
And Geelong preparing to make a change. Looks like Darren Morgan hobbling from the ground, and replacing him will be Andrew Buse. Back on now. And they're having a discussion over the footies.
Danger here as Watson punches it away. Clark swoops on the ball. Thought about the hand pass. Elects to go with the left foot now. And I called it danger, Sandy.
You're spot on for Geelong. Very dangerous. 1 goal and the margin is opened up.
No, it's just that was something that Geelong could not afford at this stage, particularly from that end of the ground. You can kick the ball almost to the centre. A good play by Watson, who came across the top.
And Bob Skilton is laughing because I forgot to reset the clock, and this quarter has been playing 1 hour and 15 minutes. All right, Robert, just because you always forget.
Peter Lanier will be very happy with that.
Here's the centre bounce once again. Certainly is a long quarter. From the middle. Drum trying to paddle it forward. Rips Elshaw off the ball. Still there trying desperately, Damien. And he's been pinged. Well, he was the only one really trying his heart out.
That's criminal.
So it'll be Harvey, Mark Harvey, to give it across to Brendan Phillips, who gives it back to Mark Harvey. And they're out of the centre at last. Down towards half forward. No mark taken. An opportunity, no. Cleave, caught, very well tackled. Umpire calls play on for the moment. Plenty of pressure on down in that forward zone. Eventually Neal gets it out to Flanagan, across to Turner. Swings round onto the left foot, long towards the centre wing. Salmon, too much. Oh, and he plays straight on. That's his pass to Danaher, waiting in the middle. Terry Danaher's got Hawker loose across right half forward, almost down to half forward. He's got Elshaw if he wants him. He has, and he'll fire in towards goal. He's a long kick. It's a great kick for goal, and the Bombers are alive. Taken them a long time to break clear, but in the last 5 minutes they've done just that. Tony Elshaw, coming off the interchange bench, scores his 2nd for the term. And Essendon start to open up. Just a little bit of breathing space here at Windy Hill.
Glenn Hawker's cut to pieces out here in this bit of play too, Sandy.
10-11 to 7-6, Bob.
Wouldn't most sides like to be able to put their full forward into the ruck and have the marking power that Salmon has around the ground. From the ruck. Salmon wins the tap. Can't get it clear. Not a real clear tap. Bruns tried to get the ball out. Picked up by Salmon. His hand pass intercepted. Flanagan tried to kick the ball off the ground. So too Hawker. And a bounce will take place. The bounce coming out towards the centre square line from the centre circle. Many players around this bounce. Flanagan up, but Salmon gets it. It's taken by Harvey. Harvey's floating kick towards half forward. Izzard, a great mark, excellent mark in these windy conditions. Alan Izzard goes for the short pass, looks for Madden. A beautiful kick from Izzard, a lovely lead from Madden, and now the chance of another score. And it's not... Essendon in only about 4 minutes of play. And there's Madden's kick. 1 point only the result.
Of course, the Bombers, Bobby, going for their 16th consecutive win out here at Windy Hill. The last time they were beaten was by Footscray back in 1984. So Terry Bright to bring the ball back into play for the Cats. Straight down the middle, Flanagan the target. Salmon at the back, affects the spoil, just pushes it down in front. Harvey tries to tap it out, almost effective. Out wide, now an opportunity for Geelong through Craig Evans. He's under a ton of pressure, but he's performed pretty well today. Turner and Donnell now. Turner, too good. Shrugs clear of Brendan Phillips. Goes into the centre. Hawker, time to steady and break away. Phillips again, he's had a pretty good game today, Brendan Phillips. Short to Thompson. So Mick Thompson intent upon firing in towards goal, using a drop punt. Won't make the distance into the square. Bruns waits down, lets half the traffic go past, and just dobs one to the half back line blindly though, because Thompson and Foles could have grabbed it. And it was the latter who took. Merritt, great mark by the Dodger. One of the Bombers' favourite sons.
Well, what a change has come over the game, Sandy.
Hasn't taken long, has it? 10 minutes. And Roger Merritt is intent upon putting more of a gap between those two sides. He's kicked two.
Only two players on the Geelong side of the centre.
He's kicked three. And Essendon starting to show their ascendancy. Roger says thanks to Frank Donnell. The Essendon flags go up and the Bombers move to 11-12, 78. 30-point break over Geelong, 7-6, 48 on sevens. Big lead.
Dumps the ball back. Watson coming through. Just bursts through. Goes a good turn of speed and a lovely kick from Watson, long down the ground. Swooping on the ball is Izzard. Can he trap it? Coming through, kicking it off the ground is Williams. It's not one, it's the other.
Madden and Flanagan. Cleve was there also. Boss, a chance to clear. Hurriedly, boot to ball. Well picked up by Brendan Phillips. Tackled solidly. Loses it, but he does have support. And there's a mighty punt. He's goal, young Stephen Clark. Lenahan affects the spoil. Straight down to the running Watson, who can receive it again from Roger Merritt. Thank you, he says, and Timmy will steady. Fire in towards full forward, and the mark is taken at full forward by Frank Donnell. Donnell certainly hasn't figured prominently amongst the goal scoring of Essendon in recent years. Has a chance to post his first today. There's the kick from Frank, and he's done it. He'd be delighted.
Geelong were doing extremely well at that stage, and all of a sudden, the Essendon machine said go. Elshaw's kick. Back
another one.
Williams across to Clark. A goal coming up. In goes Clark. 4 goals to Clark.
Neal tries to paddle it forward away from Harvey. Brendan Phillips affects the tackle. Gets it close to the boundary line. Clark keeps it in play. Gives it across to Harvey. Harvey's got Madden there, but he says, no, I'd like a shot myself if you don't mind. I'd like to goal, and he does.
Quarter and a bit. Nice looking kick from Salmon. Breezes take. No, Madden! Well, to be able to take Madden out of the ruck and put down at full forward. Salmon out of full forward and put into the ruck. Madden puts it through. His first goal. Folds, puts it out wide. Michael Thompson. Back in towards the centre to Mark Thompson. They've teamed well together, those two. Different spellings, but the name's still the same as Thompson's kick. Missed by Reynolds. Over the top comes Neil. Trips. Picked up by Ezard. Ezard across towards the big fellow in Madden. And he takes the mark. Opportunity for his second goal. Simon Madden. 20 metres out from goal. There's the angle. Left foot from Madden. No mistake. His second. It's picked up by Hawker. Hawker steadies in towards the centre towards Salmon. And that's a lovely mark. Good courage. Clark takes a hand pass from Salmon across the Merritt. Ezard says thank you. Goal when he goes. So Donnell. A high kick into the square. The back, Clark couldn't take it. It's pushed in the back though. And Clark has the opportunity of kicking his 5th goal. If he does, it will be 5 to Clark, 3 to Williams, 2 to Ezard, 2 to Elshaw, 2 to Harvey. What a dangerous group they've been, not to mention Roger Merritt's 3.
Up toward where Stephen Turner is led for Melbourne on toward the flank position. Up he goes, but can't take the mark. Tapped the ball out. Burns in trouble. His hand pass finds Elphinstone. He gets it back in toward the half-forward flank for St Kilda, but a floating attempt not paid. Been picked up by John Peter Budge. He gets it out toward the little fella in Gotch who didn't hold the mark. Or did he? The umpire said he did. So little Brad Gotch will take the shot for goal for St Kilda and try to get back in front of Melbourne. He's not very tall, Pete, is he?
Tiny little fellow, isn't he?
Yeah, little Brad
Tremendous
Gotch.
skills.
Well, he's kicked 1 goal, I think. Yes, he has. Let's see if he can kick his second and get St Kilda back in front. Hasn't been much in this game all day. Brad Gotch, 35, 40 metres out from goal. It's a goal. St Kilda back in front on Sevens big lead, just 2¼ minutes into the 3rd term.
Well, once again, Jack and I are seeing a seesawing game, a very, very even contest. It looked before the day started that this would be a very, very close contest, and it's proving to be. At the moment, we're not sure who's going to win this game. Once again, as Jack said, 1 point the difference in favour of the Saints.
At quarter time, Melbourne led by 1 solitary point. And after a very even second term in which Melbourne kicked 6 goals for to St Kilda 6 goals, Melbourne led by 5 points at the change, but now you see the difference. 1 point in favour of the Saints. Jones got the tap down. Ball not going anywhere as yet. Hurried out by Wilson out of the pack. Chance for Narkle. Narkle and Bailey of Melbourne. They can't gain possession. Nearly a free kick to Bailey. It's on the turf now. Fidge hand passes. Here's a chance for Melbourne. It's into Johnson. Johnson takes a shot at goal on the left foot. I think it's good. Yes, Melbourne back in front in the 3rd term on 7's big lead.
Beautiful hand pass there by Brian Wilson. Tremendous plays he gave it. And there's Johnson congratulating Wilson for that hand pass, and so he should. He did a beautiful balk, Wilson, and a long hand pass, a 15-metre hand pass, set up an easy goal for Johnson on the left foot. Johnson kicked a magnificent goal in the 2nd quarter here at the MCG to really lift the Melbourne side.
3 3/4 minutes gone. The 3rd term, the vital term of football. The lead has changed twice so far. Now a chance for Wilson, who had a good 1st quarter. Just an average 2nd term, but playing well in the 3rd term for Melbourne. Gets it down. Taken by McConville, who's played well for St Kilda. Up to Burns. And yes, he's taken the mark right in the centre of the MCG. Had a good game too. Looking for a teammate now downfield. He finds Barker. Barker had a chance to look for one down in the forward pocket. The lead's good, and Grant takes the mark. No, it's not. It's Little Gotch. Little Gotch comes streaming out. Grant did lead on that occasion, looking for the kick from Gotch, but now he puts it up into the goal square and thump through for 1 behind. Defensive football.
Oh, was it ever. Danny Hughes was 15 metres out from goal, and he thumped it back over his own head for a point, and he wasn't taking any chances. Young David Grant has kicked 5, not on Hughes. He kicked, I think, the first 4 on Regalo before they shifted him. He's kicked 1 on Danny Hughes. There's the kick out. It's marked by Peter Moore. The scoreboard shows 73 playing 69. 4 points in favour of Melbourne as the ball comes out towards centre wing. Steve Turner, number 41, against Danny Frawley for St Kilda, number 24. And Frawley takes it over the line and out of bounds.
5 minutes now gone, the third term. Sevens big league from the Melbourne cricket ground. Much different temperature today as last week. It's only 17 degrees today. Well, last week it was 36. The kick there comes to Turner. Turner tries to get it back out. Hurried kick up to the half-forward zone for St Kilda. Oh, for Melbourne. Could have been a free kick to Elphinstone, if not the mark, yes.
Yes, good umpiring.
Oh, umpires today, Ian Robinson and... I can't think of the other one now. Rowan Saws, so you can't get much more experience than that. Up off the wing position, thumped away, looked like Regolo got the tap out. Picked up very well by Richards. He's well tackled. That's a good tackle, and it's been rewarded with a free kick.
Yes, great tackle by Phil Cronin. There he is on screen now, Phil. Ex-West Australian, and good play to get off onto the left foot and kick it long up towards the half-forward line. Oh, gee, they stood and waited. Beautifully hit over by Fascini to Rene King. Kicked into the open goal, and a lovely goal to Rene King from 30 metres out. And the Saints hit back, so St Kilda lead Melbourne now, 12-3, 75 to Melbourne 11-7, 73.
Well, very even game again. It's about the third time the lead has changed in this term so far. We've only been playing just over 6¼ minutes. 73 playing 75, St Kilda leading. They do have the advantage of a breeze. We do say that often at the Melbourne cricket round when it doesn't eventuate. That was a good goal kick by Rene King. Now back at the centre once again. Umpire Ian Robinson. Big Jones and Moore do battle. Bounce favours Moore. Didn't get the tap though. It's been tapped out. Could have been a free kick Melbourne's way. Now a throw by Burns. Taken and kicked by Cronin. Up to the full forward zone. Oh, good mark for Grant. That was a good mark. Got himself in great position. He outmanoeuvred Danny Hughes there. He's not as big as Hughes. He's only 6'2", this lad. We looked up his stats at half-time.
Well, he's taken some terrific marks today.
This is his 6th mark. He's kicked from 5 marks. He's kicked 5 goals. Can he keep it average going, Peter? Pretty hard to keep it going. Did I Jonah him?
Oh, boy.
I did. What a shame. A good effort. 5 goals won from 6 marks, 6 shots at goal. So he's the stand-in full forward, of course, at St Kilda today. He's doing a great job. But St Kilda now 76, 3 points in front of Melbourne 73.
The day of the specialist full-back kicking out has gone. Jack Alan Johnson bringing it in. We heard about the Essendon guys the other week, the Rovers kicking. Here's Manning, who's been very impressive today. Hooks it back, looking up there for Grant again. Can't take this one. Little Bradley Gotcha's in there. They dive on top of the ball. Trevor Barker there, the captain of St Kilda, number 1. On the bottom of the pack, and in will come umpire Ian Robinson, doing an excellent job once again. Over 300 league games, and well, he's been a great umpire, Jack.
Yes, he's still a great umpire too. He puts the ball down with the ruckman form up. Moore got the tap down, taken by, was that Bashuni? It was. He couldn't quite make contact. Picked up now. Grant gives a hand pass to Manning. Manning went for a hand pass. Picked up by Narkle, who lost it on the way through the pack, and the umpire, I think, will have to bounce again. It's only 15 to 20 metres out from St Kilda's goal, where all this action's taking place on Sevens Big League, with St Kilda leading 3 points over Melbourne. Time clock, 8.5 minutes into the third term. Anybody's game of football. Here's a chance for Wilson coming out. He meets the ball well, takes it, looks for a hand pass. Knocked off by Burns. Burns goes through, keeps the ball in front of him. He still has it in front of him. He tries to tap it out to Cunningham. It's forced out to big Warren Jones. He loses it. Taken by Barker. His hand pass intercepted by Moore. But the umpire said Barker threw it, so a free kick going Melbourne's way.
Yes, some good tackling there, and good umpiring again by umpire Ian Robinson. That was a definite throw. Trevor Barker just a bit slow to get rid of it, as we see Rodney Wright. Good to see him back in the senior side too. He's spent a number of a couple of seasons playing a lot of reserves football. There's a very lucky one. I thought that one. He slipped over, and Joffa Cunningham holding his nose, but the fact he slipped, he's very lucky to get that free kick. As we see, he's got it anyway. A short pass, a bad one. Marked by Johnson. Johnson on the left foot to half-forward, that's taken away by Frawley. A good mark. Plays away out wide. He's looking out there for Trevor Barker. Over the back was Barker.
Does he go?
Goes in after it, but here's a chance. Phil Cronin onto the left foot. He steps at the goal. goes, and what's he done with it? He slams it through for a goal to the Saints. Beautiful goal to St Kilda. They move on to 13-4, 82 to Melbourne 11-7, 73.
And 19 minutes in, the Demons by 4 points.
Jopper Cunningham from behind flies, and he takes a mark against Rodney Wright. Over to Bradley Gotch. Gotch has the running player in Odgers. He gives it across there towards his teammate in Cronin. Cronin, a long kick, but who's there? It's only Melbourne, and it's Gary Lyon ducking back to take a very, very nice mark. And Danny Hughes coming in to remonstrate a little bit, but Lyon's unperturbed. He wants to get on with the game. Over to Burke. Burke, I thought, was going to give the hand pass, but sensibly he goes back to take his time, going for a high ball up towards the half-back flank area. Cox has it thumped away by Big Wow Jones. Still in play as Bailey goes in after it, keeps it in play. Beautiful play, Brett Bailey. Gets thumped as he kicked it. Was it a mark? Yes, said the umpire to Jeff Cunningham on centre wing.
Melbourne, St Kilda, I should have said, need a couple of goals now. The kick by Cunningham's into the open territory. Nearly a one-handed mark to Moore. He breaks through the pack. Just broke the tackle. Got a hand pass away, and Wilson kicks up to where Jones and Cunningham fly in opposition. Shot out, the hand pass was quick. Came out there and taken by Elphinstone. Given to Cunningham. The hand pass came out originally from McConville, but Danny Hughes standing ground. Looks for a teammate leading away to the outer side. He can see one, and Stephen Stretch going for the ball just inside the boundary line. But now we see it out, and a boundary throw-in taking place on St Kilda's half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. St Kilda trailing by 4 points to Melbourne, and the time clock getting toward the 21-minute mark of the third term. There's a charge. Oh, beautifully stolen by Barker. He's going to have a shot at goal. He got it. That was a great piece of football from Trevor Barker. Well done, Skip.
Well, yes, I agree with you, Jack. That was a team-lifting goal as St Kilda hit the bud. He stole that one literally, as Jack said, and a beautiful banana kick, or check side kick, as Sandy Roberts would say. That's the South Australian term, as he put it through. And if anything will lift the Saints, that certainly will, because it's put them 2 points in front. Tremendous play by the St Kilda captain. There he is on screen.
St Kilda lead by 2 points on Sevens Big League, 21.5 minutes into the third term at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And they get another one, or will Melbourne go forward? Here's a chance, we'll soon find out. No one's getting it yet. Rodney Wright's hand pass comes to Fidge, comes to Wilson. Wilson in the shadows of the members stand. Let's go a hand pass to Cox. Cox gets a kick, and gets also the raspberry from the crowd, and Batterson takes a good mark. Batterson looking for a short pass out. He's got a teammate all by himself. There it is now, but he's not behind his mark, the umpire said, and he has to go back and take the kick again. So while that's happening, those players will be covered. I think that was Stretch he gave the ball to. He's thought of it once again, but now he's going back to take a long shot in toward goal. There aren't many short passes about now. They're all covered up. Batterson's kick will go up toward the goals. It's a torpedo punt working right to the goal square.
And there's a very good mark taken there by McConville, who certainly has not let St Kilda down today. He's been an excellent player for the Saints as he brings it away with he's going to hand pass, then elects to kick it out wide. Wilson uses the body against Burns. That's been a good contest. Wilson wins out, goes for the hand pass further around towards the forward pocket area, and it goes over the line. Scoreboard shows at the moment St Kilda 2 points in front, 14-5, 89 to Melbourne 13-9, 87. We've been playing 23 minutes into this third quarter.
Turner got the tap down to Wilson. Wilson going goalward for Melbourne. He's getting it up toward the goal square, and the mark has been taken by Peter Moore. Could even have got a 15-metre penalty there, because he got thumped in the back after he'd taken the mark. And listen to the Melbourne fans. The angle on which he's been placed now has been really tightened up. He's gone for a short pass, gone backwards, downfield really. He's gone about 10 metres downfield, having a few words to say to the umpire. So hasn't really put Newport in a much better position, Peter, than where he was.
That was a tough angle he was put on. I don't reckon he was on that angle, Jack.
Well, Newport's further out from goal and hasn't improved the angle much, but my word, what a kick for goal. Stephen Newport, beautiful goal. Good thinking, Peter Moore. Good goal, Peter. Stephen Newport, and now it's Melbourne leading St Kilda.
Yes, 4 points the difference, and it's a seesaw game. 14-9 Melbourne, 14-5 St Kilda. Steve Newport, number 34, you see on screen, has kicked 2 goals And as Jack said, it was very intelligent play by Peter Moore and very unselfish players. It's back to the centre of the ground. 24 minutes have gone in this third quarter here at the MCG. It's absolutely anyone's game. I've got no idea which way it's going to go as we see. Oh, that's big Steve Turner doing the ruck work. It's knocked out of his hands, grabbed by Johnson, up towards half forward where Russell Richards was grabbed by the arm. Now it's little Batterston. He's been a good player. He breaks away, kicks it out wide, looking for more. Oh, two St Kilda players collided. It's grabbed by Cox, and he has landed through for goal. And Danny Frawley is down behind the play. Bad talking by the Saints. They're still hurt. There they are, both players. I think it was Alphonston was one, and Danny Frawley was badly hurt. Melbourne 15-9, leads St Kilda 14-5.
Yes, that was poor teamwork there. Although Elphinstone was caught, he was the rose between two thorns. He had to go for the ball. He knew that the others were coming out, but he had to try and get himself in position to take the mark. And he was hit as he was unbalanced, and Frawley and Elphinstone have come off second best. The ball back in the centre now. 10 points between the teams with Melbourne leading. Burns thumps it forward for St Kilda. Can they get it out of the square? No one can get it out yet. That was Line going down. Looks like Bailey with the ball, who hooks it back up high on the members' wing position. Oh, good mark on that occasion. It's a good mark taken indeed. So St Kilda player standing ground was Peter Brown.
15.
Peter Brown getting 15 metres. He hasn't taken full advantage of it. He's kicked a very hurried kick up toward the half-forward zone. Kick on the left foot, goes goalward, but he can't control the kick. Just offline, a good attempt, but not quite good enough. So St Kilda now move on to 90 points, which is 9 points in arrears of Melbourne's total of 99. We're 26 minutes now into the third term.
Steve Newport, this is on screen in the back pocket, receiving that pass. Cox, kicked out his opponent there in Wow Jones. It's thumped further afield. Wilson and Burns. Oh, Burns goes down as Cox slung him around the neck. Burns a pretty tough character, though, as he got straight up to get on with the game. An object lesson to young players, Burns. He cops them hard. He gets straight up and gets on with the game, as he is on centre wing at the moment, looking for someone to lead, but now he's going for the high one down towards the pocket. Grant sets himself. Hughes punches as good as a kick there. Campbell couldn't get to it. Now it's Jeff Cunningham. He's got it. Nice hand pass to Alphonston. He brings it towards full forward. Grant and Hughes. Hughes doing well now at full back to Kink. Kink swings onto the left foot. Breaks away. Gives it to Cronin. Cronin stabs at the goals. Phil Cronin. He's missed. 1 point. Oh, gee, they could have done with that one. The Saints as they move on to 14-7. Trailing Melbourne 15-9.
Well, 14-7 means that for the third term they've kicked 4 goals, 5, Peter. And Melbourne, on the other hand, have kicked 5 goals, 2. So the difference in the kicking for goal in this quarter has been marked. St Kilda have frittered away a few chances from the full-back position. Hughes kicks to the outer side. Players, oops, there could have been a free kick to young player there for St Kilda, but the umpire said no. So, from half-back, it's kicked high to the wing position. That was Stretch putting it up high. Whitty, who started the game so well, driving in toward Barker, who's out in front, can't hold the mark though. Line of Melbourne breaking away on the left foot, kicking to the outer side again. Burns tries to get into the act but can't take the mark. It's on the turf. Whitty again gets in there, gets a hand pass out to Narkle. Narkle goes for a short pass and he found a teammate. And was it paid? Bradley Gott's not paid. Play on's the call. Johnson just about threw that one away. Very quickly got rid of it. It looked like it was out of bounds, but the umpire didn't pay it. And now the umpire said a free kick going Melbourne's way.
Yes, it's on half-back flank for Melbourne. This is Steve Newport, or is it Nigel Cole? It's Newport. In fact, they look very alike. It's Steve Newport as he brings it towards centre wing. 2 against 1, and I think the one is one out there. That's Gamble, the ex-Frankston BFA player. Took a bit of a swing after he took that mark, and that's dangerous play because...
He took a bit of a gamble.
Well, he certainly did, Jack, as we see. The umpire couldn't... Sometimes they take them off you for doing that. Over the back. Here's Gary Lyon. Gee, reminds me of Robbie Flower, the way he lopes around the ground. He's got the loose man here. This is danger for St Kilda because Melbourne have got loose men everywhere. Rodney Wright. Will he go the little chip pass? He does to Batterston. And Adrian Batterston has marked only about 35 to 40 metres out from goal. I thought he was going to give it back to Wright there, but
St Kilda looked a little bit rattled in that passage of football there. They just couldn't get up to the Melbourne players. Line coming away from the half-back line, carrying the ball very well, loping along with a long stride, and then eventually got it over to Wright, who found Batterston, but can Batterston finish it off? Melbourne 8 points in front of St Kilda. The time clock has just gone past the 29-minute mark of the third term, and Batterston puts another one in. So Melbourne in the third term go away after Batterston kicks 4 goals. Melbourne 16-9, 105. St Kilda 14-7, 91. You're on 7's big lead.
Points at the final change as we go to some highlights of the last quarter.
deliberate. That is deliberate. Yes. Bad play, Peter McConville. He deliberately went for the boundary line. I called it straight away, and umpire Saws was right onto that one, and the free kick will go to Russell Richards.
Well, he's going to take a good shot to kick it from there, but if he wants to run around, he can. There he goes now. He opens up the angle. He's kicked it. That's a good goal, kicked by Russell Richards after a bad mistake by Peter McConville. Well, he has now kicked 2, 18-9 to 14-9. Cole's hand pass, not a good one. Kink comes on the scene. Now, he should be strong enough to get them out of the way. Yes, he is. Kink's got a chance here. If they could get Bailey off Kink's back, there'd be a real chance. Hand pass from Kink to Cronin. Cronin into the open goal. He puts it on its way. It's a goal to St Kilda's Cronin. Good team play from Renee Kink and Phil Cronin on that occasion to bring up the goal. Thumped out by Batterston. Here's a chance for Stephen Stretch of Melbourne. He's picking up nicely. Swings back into the half-forward zone. A good kick brings it down to the full-forward position. It's up high off the hands of the players. Whitty hooks it back. Picked up by Grinter. And I think it's there. A good left-foot shot by Grinter. A great goal. Yeah, but Bailey playing well for Melbourne. About to clear. Is using a hand pass to keep Melbourne in control of the ball. And Richards, with a long hand pass further afield, gives it down to Newport. Newport into the forward pocket with Big Turner standing his ground. But a nudge in the back on that occasion. Here's a chance for Melbourne.
Yes, there's the flying shot at the goals by Grinter, and he's kicked it. Yes, it's a goal.
Yes, he's played well. We've seen him 2 weeks now. He does quite well. And that just proves he can kick all right too. The umpire said a free kick going Melbourne's way, is it? It's only 20 metres out from their goal. Umpire Ian Robinson.
Holding. Leading 4 goals in the final quarter. And despite the Tigers adding late majors to add respectability, the home side ran out victors by 30 points. For Carlton, the main goal kickers were Kernahan, Kenny and McClure.
A minute ago, he's well collared. He goes down, but he taps the ball back again. There's a chance now for Sullivan to give a hand pass again over to Langford. Now it's Langford drives it long up there looking for Robertson. Couldn't get the mark. Scratcher Neal's there with him. And it'll go over the line and out of bounds. Out of bounds in the forward pocket. Still in Hawthorn's attacking zone around about 10 metres around from their goal. They're 103 points to Geelong 53.
Rain eased off a little now, Lou.
Yep. I think it stopped completely. No, it's still coming very lightly now as it's knocked out by Schultz, picked up by Buckenara. A high kick into the near the goal square, but they've tapped it through, have they? Now it's back into play. It'll be a goal to Russo just about, or is it a point? A point before, I think. They played on, but so the difference now 51 points, still in favour of Hawthorn. 104 plays 53. Stay with the 14-minute mark. Wait for the ball to come back. It's going to be very difficult for Geelong to bob the way, you know, with this rain, and plus the fact that they're quite undermanned, aren't they?
Oh, they certainly are, Lou, and the experience of the Hawthorn side. They've only got a couple of youngsters out there who've slotted in, and Browning is not quite what you'd call a youngster. He's played quite a bit of football in Perth, and so Buckenara, DiPierdomenico, Wallace, Russo, these players just thrive in these conditions.
That's Buckenara, and it's good to see him striking form. That's a long kick near the goals. It was touched on the line by Neal. That was a good effort, and there's no doubt Neal would be just about Geelong's best player for consistency here tonight.
He hasn't had it easy because his opponents kicked 3 goals, and but when you consider that it's been down there as often as that, although Neal making a mistake now, putting it over the boundary line without the ball being touched. So a free kick going to Hawthorn. Sullivan.
Sullivan to take the free kick in the forward pocket about 45 metres out from goal for Hawthorn. They're 105 to 53 Geelong. Players set themselves again. That might be a goal, that one.
Free kick.
Now he's found a free kick. It'll go to Big Schultz. It'll be against Abbott, I think, for a push in the back.
It was actually a goal kicked. It did go through without being touched.
So we're waiting now for this free kick from Schultz. A short one. This is a dangerous one. Wallace at the back goes the punch. Backing up again as Sullivan had another go at it, but this time he's missed it and it's through for a point. So he had 2 quick goes there and missed. Came off second best both times. So it's 15-16, 106. Hawthorn to Geelong, 8-5-53, just on the 16-minute mark of this last quarter, and he has been a very impressive player, particularly since half-time, Sullivan.
Covered quite a bit of ground and right across that half-forward line.
Ball out wide, and there's a Darcy dropped that one as it's picked up now by Russo, drops the ball short. Cleve couldn't pick that up. In goes Neil again with a hand pass looking for Cole, but the umpire's found a free kick. This time it'll go to Neil for a push in the back, down there at the full-back position. Well, they haven't had it over their half-forward line in this quarter, Geelong. That's how badly they're going.
Scored one behind, Luke.
Ball out there to Schultz, goes for a short pass. It'll be okay. Damien Christensen's got it out there on the wing, but he's off. He's collared that time by Whitman, through into the ground. The umpire called play on as it goes back to the half-forward line for Geelong, but grabbed again by Robertson, and Hawthorn go back into attack. Punched away by Neil. Kicked off the ground there by Chopper Hanley, back there towards Sullivan. He's got a chance to get a goal. If he picks it up, he does. Runs into an open goal, and he's put it through for a goal.
Remember when you had to go to the bank?
Sullivan putting through his second goal, 16-16 to 8-5 in favour of Hawthorn in this Foster's Cup match. Now, the 4 Hawthorn players are there. Who's going to get it out of the centre? DiPierdomenico finally on centre wing. Out there with him is Jeffrey. Spinning out is Dunstall a long way from goal. It's a Geelong free kick. It might be to Jeffrey. Yes, it is. Jeffrey on left centre wing for the Cats. It's gone for a pass to Cole. Cole a long way from goal, so goes straight down the centre, trying to find Johnston, who flies at the back, has the ball fisted away from him. Getting very slippery out there. Trying to get through as Evans, couldn't do so. The opportunity is for Linda. Breaks one tackle. Snapshot for goal for Geelong. That was by Hosking, and he's put it through for his second goal. The youngster. Young lad coming up, I think, from Lismore and through the under-19s. Geelong's 9th goal, 9-5 to 16-16.
Well, the replay shows Linda coming in. Hawthorn applying a bit of pressure. A quick hand pass from Linda to Hosking, and one of Geelong's newcomers, a nice left foot snap.
2 goals to Hosking, 2 to Cole, 2 to Linda, and 3 to Brownless. The goal kickers for Geelong as we come back into the centre. 112 plays 59. And it's a real game of mud ball out there. Buckanara. That's a very high kick out towards the point of the square. Bounces Hawthorn's way, down to Dunstall. And Marty Christensen. Dunstall, can he gather it in? Scratchaneer is in there. Now he gets offloaded by the onrush of players. And it will be a bounce or ball up. Now it's going to be a free kick to whom? It's a push in the back. Who got it?
Looks like Sullivan.
Sullivan, is it? We might be able to see that again after he takes the kick, perhaps, but Sullivan has the kick. He's already kicked 2 goals, 1 in this quarter. Had the opportunity to make it 3-1. Now, with a dry ball, in dry conditions, he'd be well within kicking distance. This is a little tricky. About 30 metres out. And he's got the distance for weight and the accuracy. I'd say by that sign, it's a goal.
The Hoover Elite 900 has a wool cycle fully approved by the Australian Wool Corporation. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
While some of us in small business cling to the old ways of doing business, others have found a better way to close the sale. Get on the phone and get on with business.
Scratch O'Neill in the hands of the trainers out there. He was favouring his left hand, but anyway, Hawthorn well in front, 118 to 59.
Well, Geelong get the ball down there, but there we see McGuinness coming through. He fumbled, he's upended the ball, kicked back there again towards Geelong's half-forward line. There's a chance for it to come out of that wing position. Linda in the front posse goes down, still won't give in. Swab's there too. It finally comes out now to Browning, a hand pass back to Russo. He goes over the line and out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in from Geelong's half-forward line, about 70 metres around from their goal. But they're really struggling. They're 9-5-59 to Hawthorn 17-16, 118. 21 minutes gone of this last quarter's. Cole's kick is smothered. Back it goes again. And there we see the ball booted up there by Darcy. Down towards the forward pocket position. Grabbed now by Brownless couldn't get clear. Finally comes out to Linda again. His kick is smothered. It's very difficult to pick the ball up. Russo once again. In my opinion, Hawthorn's best player. Darcy dropped that one. Finally driven up that time by Mitchell over their half-forward line, but not covering much ground. Oh, down he went. That was Big Abbott sliding there and losing the ball, and it's out of bounds. Still on Geelong's half-forward line, but a good distance around from their goal. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Tapped down by Johnson. Well, Evans missed that. Oh, down he went too, Swab, but he got a hand pass back to Roberts. He got rid of that one pretty quickly. In goes Evans again. Oh, well intercepted that time by O'Keefe. A running shot at goal. This could be all right. Yes, he shredded that one through for a goal. So Geelong move on to 10 goals, 565 to Hawthorn, 17-16, 118. That was a nice bit of play on the part of O'Keefe.
Yes, David O'Keefe has done some extremely good things tonight, as we see players tumbling over as Swab went to hand pass it through. O'Keefe reading it beautifully, came through, almost said thank you very much as he came past Swab. As we see Evans from another angle, Swab getting it hopefully out to a teammate, but intercepted in fine style, and O'Keefe a goal.
Deer on and Whitman off for Hawthorn.
53 points the difference. Kicked off the ground by Chopper Hanley. Not a long one. Coming in to meet it now is Cole and Morris. Tapped back by Morris. DP had a minute ago run over the ball. Kicked off the ground again by Reynoldson. He and Buckenara. That was a bit of a nice fancy piece of footwork by Buckenara as he slipped it back there, and Russo drives the ball back over the half-forward line. Schultz got under that one. Chance for Dunstall now, but he's well collared by Neal. Down he goes back to O'Keefe again. A fumble there by Geelong, and the umpire, I think, may ball this up. No, he's let it go. Darcy went down that time. In goes Neal, knocked on again by Wallace. It's finally booted out towards centre half forward for Hawthorn. Abbott missed that completely. Down goes Wallace. Players slipping all over the place. And there it is to Russo, a short pass to Buckenara, and he'd be about 45 metres out from goal. As I said before, Bob, it's certainly good news to see this fella firing again.
Oh, yes. When you see a player as badly injured as Buckenara, it must have been heartbreaking that day, even though they were premiers.
Well, the mark going to Dunstall. Dunstall is about, let me see, he'd have to be 45 metres out at least. He's already kicked 5 goals. A fine effort under these conditions tonight. There, that's a long kick by golly. That's a beautiful kick, and it's a goal. Well,
there's one news that doesn't get home before you do. 7 national news, 6:30 weekdays, weekends at 6. We've got news for you.
Tomorrow night on Day by Day, come fly with us as we chase the comet. This is the best week for viewing Halley's Comet, and we go above the clouds for what may be your best view in 76 years. That's tomorrow at 7 on 7.
So 6 goals to Jason Dunstall from, I think, 6 kicks, 18-16 to 10-5 in favour of the Hawks. In the last few minutes of play out here at VFL Park, Handley gets the ball forward to Russo, who went to do likewise but didn't make contact with it. In goes O'Keefe. I think that's Reynoldson on the bottom of that. We'll wait and see. Yes, it is, and Reynoldson has got the free kick for the Cats. Reynoldson at centre field to put Geelong deep into attack. They've only got the 1 goal in this final term. He's looking for Johnston. Almost got outmarked by Browning. Robertson's there for Hawthorn. Gets the ball flicked out to Abbott. Back towards Handley. Could have got it to the back of his opponent out there, Hocking. And Hocking will take the free kick for Geelong. He's gone for a hand pass. Gets it on to Mitchell, who fumbles. We can make excuses for players tonight. Knocked to the ground by McGuinness. On to Robertson. Robertson from right half back. Short pass around towards the centre wing position. I don't know to whom that was intended. Couch has got it. Well shepherded by Mitchell. Couch around the boundary line up to half forward, trying to find Lindner. Got high but couldn't complete the grab. Deep here to Menico. Brushes one opponent aside, goes for a short pass, tries to find Terry Wallace, does so. Wallace will look for a hand pass to Robertson. Taking it is Schwab. 3 of them fumble out there, and it's left to Sullivan. Sullivan for Hawthorn. Long kick up towards half forward. Scratch and Neal again. Really has worked his heart out for the Cats tonight down there in defence. Neal around towards O'Keefe, just about a mark. Under these conditions, Langford has grabbed him when not in possession. The umpire says no free kick. It's over the boundary line, left half forward flank for Hawthorn at the 26-minute mark of the term. Won't be a long quarter. Only about 20 8 or 29 minutes. Chance for Evans, sockers it off the ground. It's taken by O'Keefe. His kick is short up towards the centre wing position. Big Abbott. Down towards left half forward, off McCarthy's hands. Taking the hand pass is Handley from Ayres. Just about out of bounds on the full. No, it bounced just inside. Centimetres only. And it will be a throw-in adjacent to the behind post. 26.5 minutes have gone in this final quarter. 18-16 to 10-5. 124 plays 65. It's going to be Schultz and Deer. Knocked down by Deer. Might get a second chance to knock it further towards the goal. Can't do so. A real stack-up develops, and it will be a bounce.
59 points the difference. A ball up right on the kick-off mark for Hawthorn. 124 plays 65. 27 minutes gone of this last quarter. Well, Schultz got that down. A stack up again, and the umpire's going to ball it up once more, just about in the same position. Well, they're still a very strong side, Hawthorn. And there's no doubt that they'll be in the 5 as the ball comes off the back to Reynolds, kicked off the ground by Whitman. I think he may have hit the post. He has. He's an impressive sort of a player too. He uses his brains a lot, that young fellow. 18-17, 125. Hawthorn to Geelong 10-5-65. A difference of 60 points. And there's Burke getting a hand pass back to Neil. Battling his inside out down there. Punched on that time by Geelong. That was Jeffrey. Out it goes towards the boundary line. A bit of fumbling going on. There was nearly a free kick to the Geelong players. The ball picked up by Johnson. A hand pass coming back to Hosking. Over it goes again. Sidestepping this time is Evans. Evans gets the ball back. Goes for a pass. Looking there for Linder. But down there is the big fella. Is it Brownless that's got? No, it's Brownless that's got the mark out there on that half forward flank position. Oh, he's kicked to the man the mark. He was trying to get someone to lead for him, but no one would lead. Robertson goes inside, steps Wallace that time. Gets the ball over now to Kennedy. Out it goes wide to Russo. He's had a million kicks tonight. Back to Morris. Back again. It goes to Hanley. Hanley sends it up there towards the full forward position, looking for Ayres at the back, and he's got the mark. It was a nice mark on the part of Ayres. Then he's got a big chance to score a goal.
Gary Ayres, always an excellent mark, and judged that one to perfection. A chest mark, but great judgment.
Dead in front, only about 10 metres out.
Rain coming down again, Luke.
Going for their 19th goal, and he's got that one through, so it's Hawthorn 19-17, 131 to Geelong 10-5-65. 29 minutes gone of this last quarter of the Foster's Football Cup. And
Russo, the hand pass over the top, and Russo's been a beautiful player tonight. Handley, another good player for Hawthorn. And Ayres going for the chest mark, turning side on and making no mistake.
Well, that's a good score by Hawthorn under these conditions, 19-17 to 10-5. Of course, they go into the quarter-final now. And the way they're playing, they've got a good chance of taking off this Foster's Cup Grand Final. Knocked out by Schultz. Back it went to Hocking. He couldn't pick it up. It was Hosking getting it out now to Couch, but he let go. Abbott falls on top of the ball. He actually threw that out to DP Domenico. Scooped it out again to Robertson. He fumbled it. It's a chance now for Damien Christensen to get it, but they all fall over and fall on top of it. Hocking got it out to Christensen again. And there'll be a mark to Linder out there on that half forward line. He quickly plays on. Hooks the ball back there towards Johnson. He could mark this, but it's too long for him. Good play on the part of Langford. Played it safe, and the ball is out of bounds. There's the siren to win the game, and Hawthorn are the victories in this 6th match of the Foster's Football Cup. Hawthorn 19-17, 131 to Geelong 10-5-65. Well, that was a good win to Hawthorn, a very convincing side, but sure, the weight of numbers and the lack of experience certainly brought Geelong undone. They just couldn't match him man to man.
Yes, particularly in that last quarter, as Robert Neal comes off. A fine game, an excellent player in the back pocket, even though his opponent, Robertson, did kick 3 goals. Neal tried his heart out right from the start to the finish. Likewise, Russo, excellent player around the ground. 6 goals to Jason Dunstall at Hawthorn, by far the better side.
Hawthorn winning by 66 points. Back at VFL Park for after-match comment in just a moment.